here. Stop it.
Hey there, Snicker Snacks. Welcome back to Vorpal Tales Presents Awesome Adventures. As always, I'm your host, Muffins, Space Lord Pajamas. We here at Vorpal Tales, we are Vorpal Tales and we play a wide assortment of games 7 days a week, and that falls into two categories, Awesome Adventures and Terrifying Tales. Be sure to check out the calendar on vorpaltales.com to stay up to date with all of our shows. So for those of you following along at home, tonight's awesome adventure is On the Trail of the Red Widow, using Modiphius Entertainment's Achtung, Cthulhu. Check out all their other awesome systems that we play here at Vorpal Tales at modiphius.net. Remember to follow Vorpal Tales on Twitch and visit our website to find the link to join our Discord. We are on most major social media outlets, including YouTube as Vorpal Tales, where you can catch up on all of our previous episodes. So remember to follow, subscribe, and hit that bell to get all the updates. Vorpal Tales is also on DriveThruRPG, by the way. Check out some of our very own Vorpal Tales supplements that include characters, monsters, and scenarios from many of the games that we play weekly here. Most importantly, subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/VorpalTales. And let's introduce our intrepid adventurers tonight. Jane, Harry, Patty, JT, Silky, and Kitty Kimchi. How you doing, Awesome Sauces? Tell us who you are and I guess what you think you'll be playing tonight.
Hello, I am Jane, also known as the Confused Crow. Sorry about the camera quality. Very last minute setup on our part. We're disastrous college kids. Tonight I plan on playing a boffin. Boffin?
Boffin. Boffin is when you put things in your ass.
Oh.
God damn it, Harry.
Well,
not that. But,
that would be a very different game we're playing tonight.
Yeah, we're not playing that game tonight. Sorry.
So, yeah, let's see how character creation goes, because I already made my character a long time ago, but that's okay.
Jane is very diligent.
Hi, I'm Harry. I won't be boofing anything, and I'm going to be playing a...
I don't know, you might boof some Nazis.
I am not putting Nazis in my ass.
Oh, I thought it was just putting things... Oh, I'm stupid. I haven't gotten enough sleep.
No, silly girl. I am going to probably play a squad lead commander. Because if ever my obsessive study of small unit tactics and just military history in general came into effect, it will be now.
I was just letting that sink in.
Sure you were.
Sink in. Yes, my name is Patrick. You can find me on the internet at petty6_. And tonight, I think I finally narrowed it down. I've been mulling over. I think for this game, I'll be playing a grease monkey.
Okay, cool.
Hey, folks, I'm JT. You can find me around the internet at Sensomancer. And I believe I'm going to be playing a infiltrator.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kitty Kimchi. You can find me on Twitter at, she's Blasian. I don't know what I'm going to be playing just yet. I think I want to play an assassin.
Ooh.
I don't know, but I do know I want to fuck some Nazis up. It's been a lifelong dream.
Okay, just for a second, when I first saw your Discord name, I thought you were Armenian because I saw the IAN at the end and my brain just clicked. Because that's what happens when Armenians find others. And so I was like, Yepshis Blasian, that's a weird name. Then I did a double take and read that shit again. I was like, oh, well, okay.
The way you say your Twitter name is quite possibly the best way anyone ever says their Twitter name, with the pause and everything. Yep.
Mm-hmm. She's blazing.
Just letting it sink in.
And y'all are out here reading usernames?
You do have to let it sink in, otherwise my dumbass is gonna get it wrong. Someone knock? Oh, well, just a moment.
All right, so awesome. Thanks for introducing yourselves. This episode is brought to you by Trash Panda IPA. Uncle Sam sending you to war to punch Hitler in his tiny little dong. Get trashed with Florida's finest pale ale. Garbage ale for patriots. Trash Panda IPA. Additionally, Vorpal Tales has some great sponsors who we'd love to tell you about. First is QUEmpire.com, small company making original dice and products for your favorite RPGs and card games. Next is Hit Point Press, known for their various reference cards, but also for creating the Humblewood and Hecknet campaigns. Finally is Jim Hammer & Sons at an RPG supplement store that is everything from Decks of Wonder to Decks of Illusion to dice. Visit VorpalTales.com, click on the affiliate link, and anything you purchase, a portion of it will benefit the show. Also, thanks to Modifius Entertainment for publishing some really awesome systems that allow for some fantastic adventures. And thanks to N8 Mid for again making some really awesome character sheets that make playing this game online so much easier. Slide into our DMs about how you get access to these really awesome sheets for all your games. Cool. So with the introduction out of the way, we can get to why everyone's here. Another anecdote for your old pal, old Vorpal Dad here. So back when I was going to grade school, the Florida curriculum made you take U.S. history twice. Once in 9th grade, and I think you have to take it like in 11th or 12th grade. I can't remember. It's probably changed now. But anyway, the point is, I took U.S. history in 9th grade, and it was taught by Mr. Henry. And Mr. Henry was a World War II vet. So he'd teach the years of U.S. history from 1607 to 1931 in like a month. And then literally, yeah, he'd do that. And so literally the story of everything between the Jamestown settlement to the rise of the Third Reich was like in 2 months. That was it. That's all you do. And then the rest of the school year was just him telling World War II stories. It was freaking amazing. I think his quiz was on readings from the book, but he never taught from the book. You just get to the chapter on D-Day and he'd be like, let me tell you about D-Day. It was amazing and probably the reason why I love this period of history so much. So yeah.
You ever seen what a Nazi looks like inside out?
No, he wasn't like that diehard. He would just like, it was just like story time with Mr. Henry, and it was kind of amazing. And
Yeah, that sounds dope, honestly.
yeah, it's one of the few like good memories I had from school. But yeah, 9th grade U.S. history with Mr. Henry. So yeah, good times. I don't know. I know when you turn 40, you have to either get into smoked meats or World War II. I chose
I'm already
both.
into World War II, but I don't want to do smoked meats.
All right, see, okay, so Harry's gonna be just like the rest of us.
I gotta figure out something else, because I already did the World War II thing.
No, you can keep doing it, and then I guess you just do smoked meats from there.
Do it harder? I'm literally like... My course of study is modern history.
I mean, if I can get Harry participating in the kitchen more and confident that he isn't going to burn the place down, then yeah, probably we can get smoked meat Harry.
You could read books about World War II while smoking meats.
I've read all the good ones.
I feel like when I turn 40, the best I got to look forward to is like reconstructive knee surgery.
Yeah, that's
Jesus.
like, you know, somewhere between 40 and 55. That definitely happens. Like you shoot for like one and then maybe both, and then you just never walk the same.
When I turn 40, we'll be living on Mars and getting our meals and pills. So, you know, I'm not going to plan that far in advance.
Okay, Patty. Yeah, all right. Patty is...
You're related to Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, because otherwise I think you're...
No, I was just trying to make a
excited.
joke about how Sean's old and already is into those things, and I'm young.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, how old
is
is this World War II vet when he was telling you about this?
Okay, so let's see. 9th grade was... Shit, how long ago was that?
Hold on, don't say anything. I want to guess. I'm gonna put my guess in that Sean is 62.
62?
Wow, you
What?
way to lowball it.
Holy-
That was a low
He's
ball
not
right there.
62.
Wait, that old? My
He's
conception
obviously
of numbers-
70.
How old
My
do you think I
conception
am?
of numbers is really bad.
Jane, your mom is 70. Sean is like a spring chicken compared
Well, okay, hold up. Let's
Wait,
not call
no,
Sean
but
a spring
my mom's,
chicken.
like, really good.
Yeah, no, your mom is doing well for 70, but my point is,
My mom isn't.
my guess is
70.
Sean's in his 40.
Your dad is closer to 70.
I'm
Yeah, that's true.
43.
He's like 1 year closer.
I'm 43.
40.
Yeah, I was right. I nailed it.
And I was
40s.
12 years old when I was in 9th grade, I think.
Okay, so I just have a really. this
What?
is-
No, you
Great.
weren't.
Yeah, because I graduated when I was 16. No,
Look at you
that's not
being
true.
smart.
No, I would have been... All right, 17, 16, 15. I would have been 13 or 14 in 9th grade.
Okay, so my poor conception of numbers is just exposing itself. And
Yeah.
being like, you're a dumb bitch.
Thanks. I'm not 62.
I'm sorry.
Jane.
I'm sorry.
Jane, I love you, Jane. You're a
I
cutie.
don't know how numbers work.
Okay, so tonight we begin our awesome adventure with Achtung, Cthulhu, published by Modiphius Entertainment. I'll try to stay awake and not nod off in my old age. And
Okay. Okay.
You're
see,
never gonna live it down, Jane. You're never gonna live it
no,
down.
let me explain. So Sean's like Vorpal dad, okay? And in my mind, like parental unit age is my mom's in her late 60s.
Mhm.
So like parental unit age is 60s.
Yeah, but he's not your dad. He's
I know, but he is Vorpal dad.
okay,
never gonna live it down.
This makes
What are
me
you
very
planning on
happy.
doing with your last 10 minutes of life, Sean?
I'm gonna read this paragraph. That's what
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
do.
apparently the
Big
plan.
bowl of porridge and some prune juice.
Yeah, I had cheddar biscuits for dinner, so that's gonna stop me up for a week. So Achtung, Cthulhu is a setting for Lovecraftian role-playing during World War II, which allows players to discover the truth behind the malign influence of the mythos on the Nazi war machine and beyond as conflict engulfs the globe during 1939 to 1945. In this pulp-influenced world of brave Allied heroes and dauntless two-fisted adventure, players will take on the roles of Allied servicemen and women, secret agents, member of the Resistance, or even hapless civilians caught up in the wider conflict. All stand firm against the twisted might of the Nazi occult, the cult of the Black Sun, who wield foul magic and summon captive horrors in their bid to unleash Yog-Sothoth. And I never learned how to pronounce this word. Nachtulfen?
Not for me.
Notchwolf. It means like winter wolf or something. Anyway,
Is it an N-A-C-H-T?
yes.
Nacht?
Noct, and then it's basically wolf. Nachtwolf.
Nachtwolfen? Or
Nachtwolf.
Nachtwolf?
Yeah, Nachtwolf.
Nacht-
There we go.
Nachtwolf, yeah.
Hey, look.
Nightwolf?
You helped
Yeah,
the old
Nightwolf.
man figure out how words work.
Yeah, I'm glad I could be of help, Grandpa.
Nachtwolf. Yeah, you're welcome, Sonny.
You're good. I'm gonna tease you forever. You know
Oh my
this,
God,
right?
Harry, you bastard.
So yeah, Nachtwolf, they're nominal allies and rivals who place their trust in Atlantean technology, weird science, and strange wonder weapons to prevail. Players will experience a world where dread secrets and powerful artifacts lie forgotten in ancient ruins, abandoned sites, and forgotten cities, and peer deep into dusty tomes and manuscripts, seeking to understand eldritch knowledge that it was never meant for the sight of mortals. They'll arm themselves with experimental technology and deadly weapons, and learn to wield powerful magic spells or harness potent psychic powers to fight against the uncanny threat. They'll also encounter exotic native races like the Deep Ones, undersea worshippers of the dreaming god Cthulhu, or the strange Migo, fungoid insectoid beings from the furthest corners of the solar system who have come to Earth for an unknown purpose. Towering above them all are the monsters, entities, and gods of the mythos themselves, who seek to take advantage of the chaos of the Second World War to extend their dominion over the minds of men. Will our heroes prevail against all odds, or will they, like so many others, fall to the malign influence of the mythos? That's our story to tell. So, agents. We need to make your agents. So, if you have the player's guide open, player creation starts on page 44. I pinned it in the room, so if you need access to it, it's there. If we played Fallout, it's kind of much like Fallout character creation a little bit. So if you did that, then kind of the same thing. So cool.
Yeah. It's so easy. My idiot ass could do it.
You're not an idiot.
Cool. So we'll start at the top. Patty, do you have your character sheet open and everything? Are you good to go? You want to start laying out some attributes?
Sure.
Okay, cool. So step one is starting attributes. You start by taking a quick look at the example character sheet. That's what you have. Your attributes of agility, brawn, coordination, insight, reason, and will all start at 6. check out the various skills and focuses to get an overall picture of what makes up your character. At the moment, this is just a blank page. Don't worry, you'll start filling it in here just soon. So, yeah, Patty, what kind of character are you gonna make? What kind of thing you want to do?
I think we're going to do a grease monkey.
Okay. So, probably brawny, maybe a little insight, maybe.
Well, I'm going to read what it says in the thingy here, because I'm not sure what the differences between insight, reason, will are in this game.
I'll read them.
Oh, cool. That would work.
All right. So agility is a mixture of speed, balance, and muscle memory, and is responsible for a character's movement and dexterity. An agile character is quick, moving with certainty and precision. Agility is used to navigate difficult terrain and move swiftly or silently. So that's your agility. Brawn is the character's physical fitness and endurance. A brawny character is strong and hardy. Brawn is used to make melee attacks. Brawn adds bonus challenge dice to melee attacks if you have a high brawn. It's used to determine a character's maximum stress. And stress is like your damage. It provides your character with armor resistance. Coordination is a measure of your fine motor skills, accuracy, and sense of timing. Coordinated characters are good shots, good divers, and pilots, and excel at sleight of hand or other delicate, precise tasks. Coordination is used to make range attacks. And that's it. Or sleight of hand. Yeah. Insight. Insight is your perception, instincts, and your ability to comprehend the world around you. Insightful characters are observant, shrewd, street smart, or wise. Insight adds bonus challenge dice to ranged attacks, and some magic users use insight when casting spells. Reason is the ability to apply logic, intellect, and learned facts to a situation. Characters who have high reasoning skills tend to be lucid, rational, or contemplative, and driven by a need to learn or understand. Some magic users use reason when casting spells. Will is your sense of self, mental strength, and sense of self-discipline. Willful characters tend to be single-minded, stubborn, or have forceful personalities. Some magic users use will when casting spells. It is used to determine a character's maximum stress, and it provides your character with courage resistance.
Okay. I feel like the middle four skills are probably most important for a grease monkey then.
Okay.
A little bit of strength, being able to take apart and put together cars and other things, and things like that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the attributes range from 6 to 12, with 8 representing the average. Some characters or creatures may have higher attributes or lower than this, and special abilities may increase their capabilities further. So,
you said everything starts at 6?
Yes, everything starts at 6.
Gotcha.
And we can only play as humans in this game, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Jane always wants to play an alien.
Listen, just...
No, I completely understand that. I tend to not want to play human characters either, so I'm down for it. Cool. So JT, what you gonna do?
I'm playing an infiltrator. So my character is Howard Lohman, goes by Howie, World War I Navy veteran that has joined OSS as I guess a spook. Yeah, that's a good word.
Okay.
Broad. Nice and broad.
Cool. Kitty, what type of character are you gonna play?
I was thinking maybe an assassin.
Okay. So the archetypes are Boffin, Commander, Con Artist, Infiltrator, Investigator, Occultist, and Soldier. So
Soldier?
Look at Soldier.
I will say that assassination is a talent that the infiltrator can take. If you would like infiltrator, I am not super tied to that since we're trying to split it up, because I could go con artist and do similar types of sneakiness as a con artist.
Yeah.
If you would like infiltrator.
Yeah, assassination is straight up under the infiltrator, so
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll
Cool.
play the face.
all right. Harry, what type of character are you gonna play?
I am going to be playing a commander. I'm thinking like a squad lead, sergeant type guy. Yeah, I haven't come up with a name yet, but I will soon.
Okay, cool. And Jane, you're going to be a boffin, and I believe you're going to be a medic. Is that correct?
Yes, kind of like a Dr. Poison type medic vibe. However, I am noticing a lack of an occultist in this situation.
Nah, magic's for pussies. We don't need it.
But it would be useful to have someone who, had a little.
I think Selkie said they wanted to be the occultist.
So
I don't know
see,
how
okay,
long.
okay.
yeah, they were
Selkie
going to
will not
be
be
an
here with
academic.
us.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so we do have someone who knows the occult. Okay, that's good.
Yep. All right, cool. So I think we're good there. All right. So your archetype, which you guys have all chosen from, is boffin, commander, con artist, grease monkey, investigator, infiltrator, occultist, and soldier. So those start on page 54, and they will basically give you a plus to certain attributes as well as to skills.
Okay, I'm trying to find a form fillable sheet, but that is not happening. So
And
Might
might have to write it down.
Having an iPad.
yeah, lucky you.
I'm using the handy dandy notebook I've got here.
I'm using just the what's it's called, Acrobat.
So all our skills start at 0. So when so I'm looking at con artists, and then add those, and I assume I'll get more and more as we go through creation.
Yep.
Okay.
That is true.
Cool.
Yeah, what are we supposed to be adding again? Because I was looking for a fillable form too.
Oh, sorry. So you're gonna put all 6s in your attributes, and then you start with 0 in your skills, and then your chosen archetype will start modifying that. So like with yours, Kitty, you get a +2 to agility, a +1 to brawn, +2 to coordination, +1 to insight. So you'd have an 8, 7, 8, and a 6 or 7 in those. And if you look under your archetypes, you then have focuses and talents. The talents are listed below, and then you have focuses on page 48 through 51.
What's the next step? Because I could fill space.
Yeah, if you want to start, if you're getting to your focuses, you can start telling us what you're focusing on in your archetype.
Oh, okay. Choose 2 focuses from the observation, persuasion, and stealth skills. So I'm probably gonna pick a persuasion and a stealth.
Okay.
I gotta scroll down or scroll up to see those. Okay. Wait, page 50 or 46?
Yeah, 40.
There it is. So
Yeah, the persuasion start on 49.
persuasion. Okay, so I get 1 focus. Charm.
Charm.
Oh man, I picked that, and I'm gonna have to roleplay not JT because oh boy, is JT not charming.
Yeah, charm. Methods of manipulating others through natural charisma and magnetism.
Yeah, charisma is my dump stat. It's okay. I'm allowed to do self-deprecating humor.
There you go.
Yeah, let's do charm. Let's try it.
Okay, cool. And
then I get a stealth one.
Yep.
Camouflage. Disguise. I don't like the whole idea of disguise. And I know that's part of the con artist, but I'm not going to play up into the dressing up as other people thing. So camouflage or urban stealth or rural stealth. I think I'm going to go with urban stealth.
Okay, cool.
So I'll have charm and urban stealth.
So you're like a PI slinking through the back alleys of town.
Yeah. PI has a different meaning in my work now, so now I can't. I don't go
Private
directly
eye.
there.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Patty, did you figure
Yes.
out what focuses you're going to take for your grease monkey?
I'm going to take vehicles, cars.
Okay.
Because that's the kind of mechanic he grew up being. And then I'm going to take mechanical engineering so I can have like an understanding of military vehicles, specifically probably for sabotage reasons.
Okay, cool.
I have done mine. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna go for close quarters for my fighting style,
Okay.
my fighting focus. Then I'm trying to decide between rural stealth or camouflage for stealth, or even if I should just take tactics and do army. 'Cause I don't see how how would you say make me roll tactics? Like would that occur?
Yeah, because tactics would, and this worked in some of the other D20 games that we played. You can basically roll to sort of give other people advantages or find weaknesses in.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so that'd
Then I'll
work.
do that. Tactics army.
There you go. Cool. Cool. All right. Kitty, any ideas?
I'm thinking fighting and stealth.
Okay. Cool.
Stealth, I'm thinking disguise. Not sure about fighting though.
Let's see. Fighting, hand-to-hand combats, melee weapons, handguns, close quarters, rifles, heavy weapons, threat awareness, exotic, covers weird or experimental weaponry.
I'm thinking about maybe having a dagger or a knife, so I'm wondering which would be best for that.
Melee weapons, definitely melee
Melee
weapons. Yep.
Okay.
Cool. All right. And obviously you're going with infiltrator as your talent. Patty, what were you going to keep for your
My talent is quartermaster, which is actually pretty cool. You're used to ferrying supplies around and dealing with suppliers. He's been known to keep the occasional item for emergencies. You may spend a fortune point to reveal that you have a specific item available. The item is hidden on your person, stored in a vehicle you've been using, or in a hidden location nearby. This must be a minor item with a restriction of 3 or lower, and it cannot be a weapon unless it has the thrown quality. So I can just be like, haha, I have this thing that we needed for whatever scheme we're trying to do.
Nice. I dig it. JT, your talent?
I'm I'm not sure if I want to do Away with Words or Chameleon. Chameleon, you have a talent for assuming the guise of other people, and even the identity you present may not be the real you. When you adopt a disguise, that's the part that seems kind of odd to me, but you can spend a fortune point to establish that you have an appropriate alias already, complete with corresponding papers and other trappings on your person or in a secure location nearby. I really like that part, like having papers already.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one's Away with Words, which plays more into the persuasion and charm. You never say anything more than you need to. Whenever you suffer a complication when attempting a persuasion skill test, you may spend 1 momentum to prevent that complication from happening. So that could be real useful if I botch a roll when trying to lie to a guard who might kill me otherwise. I could spend a fortune and that wouldn't happen.
I will say you're going to spend a lot of time behind enemy lines, so having papers might be useful as well. So.
Yeah. Do we ever get a chance to get more talents, or is this a one and done?
When you level up, I think you can. I don't know. I'll actually see. And level up somewhere.
Probably Chameleon though. Yeah,
Okay.
I like the idea of having papers.
Okay, cool. 146. Nope, not this book.
Anyone else ready to go? Well, Space Sword looks stuff up.
Oh, yes. I chose Opportunist. You have a knack for capitalizing on the mistakes of the enemy. With a reaction when the enemy suffers a complication or fails a skill test with a difficulty of 3 or higher, you may spend 2 momentum to immediately create a truth, which must represent tactical advantage, which lasts till the end of the scene.
My character's already built, so I can just talk briefly about
Yeah.
her.
It's good.
Let's see. So, talents is on a different page. The talent that I took for my main class was the Lifesaver. Reduces medicine skill test by 1 to revive or stabilize a character, and I can also spend a fortune to. Oh no, that's what it costs to spend. And then the next thing that I took was Medic. Ally stabilized 2 momentum. What?
Oh, wait, never mind. You good. I'm dumb. Ignore me.
Are you judging my handwriting?
No, no, that's not it. Nothing to no.
Okay. Ally stabilize for if I stabilize an ally, then I can spend 2 momentum to treat another ally. And for my background, I have exploit weakness, which is a stealth one. Sneak attack is if I sneak attack an enemy, I get +2 piercing damage.
All right, cool.
You'll find out the background once we get to the backgrounds. Prepare to be a little confused.
Okay. Cool. All right. Next one's going to be your nationality when you guys are ready to move on to that. So you're going to gain experience. You can use that to improve 1 attribute by +1. No attribute can be increased by above 12. You can use it to improve a skill +1. You can gain 1 more focus, 1 talent. You can also do some retraining. So, yeah, you can get more talents as you move along.
Okey-doke, that's good information to know.
Yep. So yeah, once you have your talents, you then have your belongings, and then after that, we can move on to your nationality.
Okay. Your thing for belongings, like a just trying to find it.
It's under your archetype.
Okay, I mean, it tells me how many I can get. It just doesn't tell me what belongings. Where they like a list of them. Oh, I found him.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I found him.
All right. Cool. So, Hattie,
Yes.
what's your nationality going to be on page 62 there?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna be from the United States.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a Florida good old boy.
I almost want to give you a +1 being from Florida.
Those are sentences that I mean, those are words that I don't oftentimes hear described. Florida and good boy.
No, good old boy. So,
Yeah, good old boy.
good old
Yeah.
boy.
Okay.
Totally different than a good boy. Usually not synonymous.
Yes. However, I do plan to have a woke character, so there's no worries from that. The negative connotation of good old boy there.
Oh no, I'm just used to reading articles such as Florida man, something crazy.
Oh, completely fair.
Yeah.
And that part of my character will exist.
Cool. JT, where are you going to be from?
I'm playing a Navy veteran, so U.S. as well.
Okay, cool.
You know what's interesting? So I'm naming my character after. Oh, maybe I should. I'm naming my character after my great grandfather, Howard Lohman.
Mm-hmm.
He was not a World War I vet like I wanted to make my character, but he was German and felt obligated to join the Navy to prove his like loyalty to the United States.
Mm-hmm.
That was like he was a German American. He was an American citizen, but German American. And I'm wondering if I should do that so I could. Oh, that's not even a choice. I can't choose.
Well, you can do. There are expanded nationality and languages on the next page, so it is possible to do that. So, yeah, you could be a German American and speak German and English.
All right, I'll do that.
Cool. Kitty, where are you going to be from?
The U.S.
All right.
Oh goodness. Am I going to be the only European in this party?
Looks like
Possibly.
My character is from Belgium.
Okay.
For the sake of totally tricking Nazis into a false sense of security. Blonde hair, green eyes.
I'm down for it. So that means you speak Dutch, French, German, and we'll say you speak English just to not make things difficult.
Yes.
Cool. And Harry.
USA.
USA. All right.
Paratrooper.
Paratrooper. Got it. Cool. Maybe Silky will be from someplace else, Jane. We'll see.
Be the foreigners together. Sadly, I was looking and they didn't really have a lot of representation for the Eastern Theater, and I guess that makes sense because like it's far away, but
yeah, because I mean, what happens in World War II is Nazi Germany basically just takes Poland and then everything else to the east and stops at Russia, and then turns around and goes the other way. And then, so most of those countries just got absorbed. And if you weren't of like German descent or couldn't prove your like Aryan heritage or something, or were just not one that they wanted, you got tossed aside and probably got tossed in a concentration camp. So, or you were just put in forced labor. So,
it's just that I'm always looking to play Asian characters for that Asian representation.
Oh, for the Western Front, in the Eastern Front. Sorry, I was thinking on the east side of Europe.
Pacific Theater.
The Pacific Theater. There you go. That's
the Pacific Theater. I'm sorry. I might be dating a history major, but I have not.
No, it's cool. Actually, it doesn't get talked about a lot in here because a lot of this is focused on the Nazis, but it does mention the Japanese Empire and stuff. So that is something you could totally do that as well.
I think I have an idea.
What are you gonna do?
Opium dealer.
Opium dealer?
The Chinese would have shot you. The Japanese would have shot you.
Listen,
The Germans would have shot you. The Americans would have shot you. Everyone would have shot.
I'm dealing opium to the Nazis to get them addicted, and then I dip. So then they have to go through withdrawal.
So there's a whole book. I think it's called Blitzed.
Yup.
Yep.
Yep.
Behind the Bastards just kind of did a review of it. So everybody in World War II was on methamphetamines basically just to stay awake. So yeah. Yeah. Good times.
You could be a chemist.
You could just be a chemist that rolled around in the drug trade
Cooks
somehow.
Walter White.
Boy.
We'll let Jane mull that over. So cool. Step 4 is your background. So that's kind of like your occupation. So Patty, what's your background going to be?
Going with driver.
Driver. Okay, cool. What exactly does a driver do?
Well, the way I'm viewing it is not so much like the description in the book is your working life was spent behind the wheel. You may have driven a bus or a taxi, or be a delivery driver in a truck. You may have been a civilian aviator in the merchant navy, things like that. My character would have been the mechanic, which not quite engineer level mechanics, as this is good old boy. So
Yeah, no,
he's not quite an engineer, but definitely mechanic.
that totally makes sense. Okay,
I just now realized I'm kind of loosely basing this on one of my friends, so I'm gonna buy into it. So
I'm down for it.
He's gonna be a Jeep guy.
Okay, I mean, apropos, it makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's great. And then so the driver gives you plus attributes, plus skills, gives you 2 more focuses, 1 in vehicles, 1 in any other skill. I don't know what my any other skill one is, but my additional one in vehicles is going to be tanks, because tanks blow shit up.
Yes,
that's exciting.
I will throw a tank at you,
and I'll kill it.
And then then you get a truth. Which the example ones are obsessive motorist, speed freak, and aerobatic daredevil.
Cool. So
Bless you.
Yes, truths are interesting things because they can. So like, truths are sort of the descriptors of the scene or the descriptors of your person. So you may walk into a situation or a scene that has truths to it, like, the wind's blowing, so it's kind of hard to hear. There's dust, so it's hard to see, sort of things that causes things to happen when you're trying to roll and to have successes. So like Speed Freak, you could apply that in like a chase scene, so you could get a extra die to roll because you're a Speed Freak. You're gonna be good at chases, type thing. So that's where truths are important.
I think I'm gonna go with kind of like obsessive motorist. It's gonna be like detail oriented mechanic, where just like always doubles, triple checks every single, like if we're hopping in a car, even if it's like gotta hop in and go, like he's gonna pop the hood real quick, just take a once over and then slam it.
All right. Cool. All right. JT.
Probably covert operative, since part of the American Office of Strategic Services.
Okay.
OSS.
Sounds good.
So what does it do? What does it give me?
What it do?
Attributes are agility, coordination, insight, and will. Skills are persuasion, stealth, and tactics. I get a new focus from stealth and 1 focus from any other skill. A talent with the stealth keyword, and my truth. Choose a truth from this list or create a truth about your clandestine activities. Cover identity, silent killer, resistance member. Cover identity for sure is my truth.
Okay.
And then I get identity documents and 1 weapon of restriction 2 or less with hidden quality, which I don't know what that means yet, but I'm sure we'll get to it.
Like when we played Fallout, there's some of those weapons have certain descriptors on them. So, yeah. Cool. So Kitty, what's your background going to be?
You are
Oh,
muted.
muted. I don't know.
Okay.
I was thinking covert operative, but what would fit more so?
For an actual assassin?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Depends on. Let's see. Let's take a look. Army, not so much for that. Athlete, maybe? What's athlete do? That would make you more athletic, and more of a brawler. Or criminal.
I think covert operatives make sense because one of the truths is silent killer.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's no problem choosing two, because I mean you can have the same background, but you can choose different truths and stuff. So
Okay. And so my truth to be silent killer.
yeah.
Okay.
Does that mean anytime you go to assassinate somebody stealthily, basically, you're all good? Add 1 die.
Okay.
Cool. Harry.
I'm going with Army. My truth is going to be Commando because nothing rustles my jimmies like sowing chaos behind enemy lines.
Deadly Commando. Okay. I mean,
Yep.
you're not just going to be like BJ Blazkowicz on this one, are you? Is that...
Be a bit like that.
Okay.
Certainly.
This is
That's
still
not
the
going to be my
deadly end,
whole
right?
shtick.
Cool. Jane, what did you end up choosing as your background?
So my background was criminal minded.
Oh.
I rolled that one randomly because I was like, all right, I'm gonna make some bait, and I don't know what background, but now I'm thinking, ooh, new characters, ooh, new possibilities. Probably still gonna be. Would a boffin work for my idea of like a secret opium dealer for uh or a meth dealer since
Yeah, no, I mean
it wasn't opium.
that still technically works. So yeah, I don't see a problem with that.
Okay, cool. So for that, I get the sneak attack bonus, and I've also taken the it's basically a knife, but I got permission to style it as a syringe, so I can inject people
That
with
is true.
things and cause them to overdose.
This is going to be a crazy one.
Yeah.
Cool. So let me know once you guys got all that written down, and then we'll move on to characteristic.
Oh, hold on. I think I'm being a dumb bitch. Okay, my background is physician. My characteristic is criminal mindset.
Okay, cool. All right.
Hi, I am the dumb bitch.
You're not dumb.
You know, I don't think you're a bitch.
No, she's not. She's super nice.
Thank you.
She's like the best. She's not a bitch.
All right, cool. Let me know when you guys are ready to move on to the next step.
What else do I get? Skills.
Sorry.
Question. Where it
Yep.
says with the attributes, skills, focuses, talents, and all that, where it says add one, +1, +2, +1. Is this going to be in addition to the ones that we already had earlier?
Yeah, choose one focus from stealth and one focus from any other skills. So, yeah. So like your attributes, agility +2, that means do another +2 to that attribute.
Okay.
Because what happens is between you're going to get high stats and sort of like mediocre skill levels, but you're going to add them together and that becomes your target number. So when you roll your d20s, you basically want to roll under that number and that'll equal a success. One success is usually pretty much all you need for most things. 2 successes is required for slightly more difficult things. 3 successes or you're like under fire and trying to pick a lock or something like that. 5 successes or 4 to 5 successes, you're in a really difficult situation, or you're trying to get through a vault door with a handgun sort of situation. So
I get another fighting keyword. Fun.
Makes sense. I forget, is Harry choosing violence still a thing?
no, that's not something somebody can randomly choose, but
I'm gonna choose it on my own.
but
You don't need to bribe me to do violence.
yeah, Harry might just still choose violence because he's Harry, so
Look, it's a tabletop game. The consequences are fictional. Of course I'm gonna fuck around.
I'm having trouble picking my my characteristic.
We haven't moved on, but yeah.
Oh, I thought we moved on.
No, I was waiting for everybody to say they were done with their.
I'm done.
Are you done? Okay, everybody done? We good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So backgrounds, we're good. Characteristics. So this is what makes unique. The 5th key part of building your character is the characteristic. Characteristics mark you as distinct, unusual, and extraordinary in some way. They indicate why you were recruited into the secret war, why you were drawn away from the front lines and thrust into perilous occult battles against the Black Sun, Noctwolf, and their inhuman allies. So, Jane, I know you said you chose criminal mindset.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm assuming for the thing that I was going with for the background was urgently, good physician, doing her part, taking care of people. I don't know how she came across all the opium and meth, but she has that. And after, I guess in her case, the Imperial Empire destroyed her clinic due to her helping out the opposing side, she fled to the Western Front.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And started getting revenge by overdosing Nazis.
Sounds good to me. Cool. Let's back to the top. Patty, have you figured out a characteristic?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with born behind the wheel.
I kind of figured that.
Just gonna lean completely into being the wheels man.
All right, cool. Yeah, that characteristic is exactly what you think it is. So, yep. Cool. JT, did you settle on one?
I'm thinking maybe street kid.
Okay.
Then joined the Navy in World War II or World War One to sort of get I guess get off the streets.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah. Street kid. And then that I think will add to some of the stealthy stuff for the con artist. So
all right, cool.
Skills, resilience, survival, stealth, and one other skill except academia. No skill can be chosen twice. Talents. I get a survival talent. To use the street kid truth or make up. Use the street kid truth or make up one based on your early life.
Yeah, so you can either just be truth street kid or have something more specific from your early life that is street kiddish type. So if you want to be something a little more than just a street kid, a type of street kid, or from a certain area or something, whatever you think fits. Cool. Kitty. See anything you like?
I'm thinking escaped from Europe.
Oh, okay, cool.
Cool.
Built like a brick shit house.
What?
that's a back or brick
Oh.
outhouse.
Got it. Okay, so everything you once loved was swallowed up by the German war machine and its terrible masters. You fought hard and did your utmost, but ultimately had to flee and escape death or worse. Your new home seems strange, but working with the Allies, you burn with desire to liberate your homeland. Cool. Does that mean that you're something American, or you were an American expat into Europe at the time?
I think I'll be something American.
Harry,
Gotta think
I'm
about what
talking
that'll.
to-
Oh,
He's not.
sorry, I'm an idiot.
Just talking to Kitty.
Yes.
Yeah, so because you're an American and you're escaped from Europe, what's the connection there? Were you an expat in one of the European states that was taken over, or?
Well, I'm reading an article, and I'm trying to find a way how I can incorporate my Blasianness or mixedness into the game. And it's saying that it says sterilization for Black children. Children of Afro-European descent were called the Rhineland bastards.
Yeah, they had terrible names for everything. Plus, you got to remember too, Nazi Germany rolled up into, like, France ruled most of North Africa, but when they rolled over France, then it becomes Vichy France, which then all of North Africa falls under Nazi Germany control, basically. So there's that aspect of it too.
So I'm trying to find a way to mix all that in somehow.
Harry, were you going with Brick Shit House?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is brick shit house? You can't just say that and then
You're big. You are built like, you've never heard the phrase "built like a brick shit house"?
no, Harry.
It means you're real big.
You're big, strong, you're beefy, like you're just like a wall, basically.
You're patty sized.
Wait, how big are you, Patty?
6'4".
Patty's a
Jesus
big
300
dude.
fucking
pounds.
Christ.
Patty's a wall.
Dude, I'm like 5'7".
You're 5'8".
I'm like 5'7 and a half is what I am. I round up and say 5'8".
That's good.
At least you're not trying to call yourself out as 5'11", because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, I'm convinced nobody exists in the world who's 5'11". It's all bullshit.
It is all bullshit.
I'm just small. Also, I thought of a better, more makes sense for criminal-minded and background.
Okay.
Probably worked with. Oh, and this is how she can get the opium and the drugs. Worked for the Yakuza, dipped when they started getting all Nazi-ish.
So
Yes,
the Yakuza, I think.
I don't.
Post-war.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I guess maybe then an opium den in China, because I know that those were things.
Those were a thing, and yeah, they would have been frowned upon by the Empire.
Yeah, because they didn't want their soldiers getting hurt.
Really? All right, cool. So you should have at least 4 truths, 1 from your background, 1 from your characteristic, and plus 2 from your nationality and language.
Wait, plus 2 from what? Jane.
Yeah,
It's just the fact that you are
Yeah,
that
yeah.
nationality and
Yeah.
speak those
Okay, I was a
languages
little-
are
Yeah.
the truths.
Yep. Your character's attributes should all be at least 6, but no higher than 11. The total of all your attributes should be equal 51, apparently. Each skill rating should be no higher than 5. The total of your character's skills added together should equal 17, except for a character that is the dilettante characteristic. Your focuses, your character should have 4 focuses, 2 from your archetype and 2 from your background. So make sure that you got that. And then your talents, your character should have at least 3 talents, 1 from your archetype and 1 from your background, as well as 1 from your characteristic.
Yep, I'm filling in my talents as we speak.
Cool. So, Patty, do you got your character's story together now that you've built them? Now that you've fleshed them out a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. There's like an optional rule here for a bonus language. If you have a reason score of 9 or higher, which I do.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm going to say you have to roll it randomly.
Oh, I was going to ask if I could speak Seminole.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Yes.
Very on Florida brand. Cool. GT, got your story fleshed out mostly?
Yeah, so Street Kid joins the Navy in World War One. Is a radio operator. They had radio back then, right? Yeah, that's a dumb question. That's a real dumb question. Okay. Yeah, radio operator on, say, a battleship. It's recruited into OSS during World War II, and here we are. And I don't know how exactly were we like a sub part of OSS?
So
or is that like how we pick? Yeah, we haven't got there yet.
So
I'm trying to figure out
yeah,
how that.
if you're from America, you get selected by Majestic, which is basically the government secret FBI formation government bureau that results from the invasion of Innismouth. And then from there, they're kind of late to the game because Section M in Britain forms a little bit earlier, and the Nazis have just been doing crazy shit for forever. So, yeah, if you're from America, you would work for Majestic. If you're from some other place, you would either come in from Britain as Section M, which is their paranormal division, or you would come in from America as someone from Majestic. And you're with Majestic and Section M, they're kind of like sort of free floating cells. There is sort of an hierarchy to it all. The American Majestic is very bureau, very like sort of cells and sort of divisions on their parts, very compartmentalized. Whereas the Section M is very British, sort of Secret Service agency, almost a 007 sort of like deal. But you're all sort of like paranormal investigator, soldier, investigator, cultist type, occult investigators. Kitty, did you manage to mix that Blasian with your character?
Yes. So basically, my parents, I'm going to try to make the most sense of this as I possibly can. When all the shit started going down, they fled to America.
Okay. Where were they from?
Shit.
You know what? They were from not America. How's that?
Okay.
I will say at the time, like Nazi Germany's pretty bad, but at the time, there's a lot of other weird fascism shit going around in the world. So, um, because South America was very sympathetic to the Nazi cause for some stupid reason. Because after the war, a lot of Nazis fled there, and then you got places like Argentina and Chile and Brazil are just like, sure, Nazis are cool, and just they fade away out of existence. So, the world's in a very fucked up kind of time. So yeah, you could be from anywhere. I don't necessarily think that would matter, but getting to America, you're good.
Okay, some way, form, or fashion, I made it there.
Okay, cool. And we're going with Blasian, right?
Shit. Would that make sense? I mean, we can.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say no. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I'm down for it. All right, cool. Harry,
Yes.
give us the story of not BJ Blazkowicz.
Career soldier. Probably Jewish American.
Okay.
Really doesn't like Nazis for that reason,
Is
obviously.
it the Bear Jew? Is that from?
That's from Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
Similar vibe. Doesn't like the Nazis. Joined up. So he could show him what for. His prodigious size and talent for murder.
You're the Bear Jew.
Got him into a commando unit. And so now he's been moved to this unit.
Okay. Cool. And Jane,
Yes.
give us the full rundown of your character.
Okay. Born to the streets of Hong Kong. Found by an opium gang. The main doctor of the gang took pity and decided to adopt her and raise her as his own. And taught her the ways of surgery and all that, so she could function as the second surgeon in case if anything happened. Eventually, the den was cracked down on by Her Royal Highness, the British government, and I guess seeing talent for surgery and also information and contacts, she was allowed to be taken in by Agent M.
The British were all about that opium shit, though.
I know, but they didn't want the Chinese to be dealing it.
That's true.
They wanted the Chinese to be going to their dens and not like be stealing from the UK to make their own dens for profit.
Mm-hmm.
You said you're going to be from Section M?
Yes.
All right, cool. You again. Yep, you again are the only European agent. All right, cool. All right, cool. I think that's everybody's stories. We'll take a quick break here and then finish up our character generation, and then we'll come back and get this started.
Woo.
We'll be back around
Woohoo.
9:30.
Brilliant.
And we're back. Cool. So we made characters. We did final touches. Got some history lessons during the break. So we're good to go now. There are some derivative stats. If you look on... So damage is what we call stress in this game. And you have crap, what just happened? This here. Okay, so your character's stress track is measured of their ability to withstand damage and is equal to higher than their brawn or will plus the resistance. Stress is the measure of the physical and mental punishment your character can take before becoming injured. So basically their damage is damage in this game, whether somebody called you a poopy cockahead and mentally damaged you, or you actually got shot by a bullet. So it's all kind of considered the same thing. You take the higher of your brawn or your will and add it to your resistance, and then that is your maximum stress.
I have 11.
Okay.
Fire. That's wrong.
What page is this on?
This is on page 78, little blurb down at the bottom.
I see will. Is will what we're using for resistance?
You either use the higher of your brawn or your will.
Ooh boy, both of them are 7.
And then it doesn't matter. It's just a number. You're just picking whichever one's higher. Because what it is doesn't matter. It's just whichever one's higher.
So my stress is a 7. I can take that again.
It would be 7 plus your resilience.
Oh, 7 plus my weight.
Mm-hmm. And so basically you would leave like 7 in your what's your total number, Jane?
8.
Okay. So you would have 8 empty boxes, and then you'd sort of like pencil them in as you take stress. So as soon as you hit your maximum stress, that's when you start taking injuries. You can take a maximum of 3 injuries before you're out. If you have a lot of injuries, there's the possibility that you could start dying.
Oh, okay, that's fun. I'm pretty sure my IRL stress level is probably something like a 6.
Okay, cool. Patty, what did your stress end up being?
11.
11? Cool. So you're a hardy felt. You're a brick house. JT, what did you end up being?
I'm at 10. Stress 10.
Okay, cool. Kitty, what's your stress?
10.
10. Cool. Harry?
10.
10. All right, cool. So
I'm fragile.
Jane can't fall off scooters.
Oh, too soon.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Should we fill the audience in on that?
Jane got her shit wrecked by a scooter.
Well, I fell down a hill. Correction, I fell down a hill, and that's the reason why we couldn't.
Okay, I'll
scream.
rephrase. You wrecked your own shit on a scooter.
I will poke you in the belly button.
I don't.
That sounds like it
So-
hurts.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. It was a scary day.
Yeah, I understand concussions. I had
Turns
a
out
few.
she wasn't concussed, which was nice.
Oh, good.
It's my trauma.
So you can get injuries from too much stress, which can maybe cause you to die. If your injuries don't heal correctly, you end up with scars, which end up becoming sort of debilitative characteristics for your character. So it could get pretty interesting the longer you go. And then yeah, I think that is it. Yeah.
There's armor and courage.
Oh, courage. I was looking.
Armor and courage. Basically, there's like a chart. If you have 9 or more in either brawn or will, you get bonus armor and courage.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. So those are your characters. I'll give you a little time to think about background and other stuff. as I give a short little history lesson so we can kind of get in the mindset of where we're at in history here. So, Hitler's rise to power can be investigated in your own time through podcasts. I suggest looking up episodes of Behind the Bastards on Hitler and the rise of fascism and other fun bastardy stuff. So I won't cover that here. I think we all know what a fucking Nazi is at this point. It's pretty well known that Nazis were big in traditions and heritages that fueled their nationalistic ideas about a master race of people to populate the earth. This has been exemplified in media such as Indiana Jones, Hellboy, Wolfenstein, all those things. World War II, the actual war, officially starts with a short history lesson. At the end of World War I, Germany basically gets blamed for everything, gets a lot of sanctions and sort of restrictions upon it. Germany's not a great place to live between the end of World War I and the Hitler's rise to power, and basically a lot of it gets blamed on Jews and other things, and Hitler just kind of does a lot of stuff that just feeds on people's fears, more or less. So the actual war starts with a geared up Nazi Germany, because Germany wasn't allowed to have an army or make guns or anything, and Hitler said, fuck that, we're making an army, and then invades Poland in 1939, and basically not stopping until all of Europe, North Africa, and the western parts of Asia, not controlled by Stalin's USSR, were in its possession. Having alliances with Italy, birth of fascism, that is actually in Italy, not in Germany, and in Japan in the Pacific. For a brief few years, a large portion of the world is under a fascist or imperial regime. China was about to break in the Pacific. Britain was getting bombed to shit as the last bastion in Europe. And the United States, up until this point, had chosen isolation, but was sending non-military hardware and secretly military hardware and supplies to its allies under the Lease-Lynn program. A lot of the U.S. still wasn't down with the war, as World War I was only a few years ago, and a lot of the U.S. felt like Nazi Germany, that the Nazi Germany thing was Europe's problem, not to mention the whole Nazi sympathizers. U.S. has a weird sort of sympathization with Nazis. It's kind of fucked up. So Japan secretly strikes the U.S. at Pearl Harbor, as most of the U.S. naval fleet was in port there. The U.S. military was actually very small at the time, and by crippling its navy, Japan thought they might prevent America from entering the war, or at least weakening it to a point that they would be an ineffectual opponent. Ironically, Japan wakes up an industrial beast, basically turning its entire industrial operation within a year's time to produce nothing but war machines and supplies. The U.S. underwhelmingly entered the war, kind of got our asses handed to us, innovated, and got some lucky breaks, and then turned the tide of the war against the Nazis. Now, U.S.-backed allies struggled in the Pacific, but in Europe, started to break the overstretched Nazi fascist war machines, starting in northern Africa, into Sicily, just below Italy, and then up through Italy, stopping at the Alps, because you can't really enter Germany fighting over the Alps. This is in 1942, 1943. The famous D-Day operation doesn't happen until midsummer of 1944 in France, as an advance on Germany from the north and west through France. So this is where our story takes place, in early 1943. Europe is still very much under Nazi control. The U.S. is struggling against Japan in the Pacific, but are 6 months out from having succeeded at the Battle of Midway, and have started their Guadalcanal campaign, which is causing the Japanese to break, but it's still kind of, you throw everything at them and a lot of shit blows up. However, your group finds themselves in the North African front. The Allies have a foothold in now free Casablanca, with the next stage of the war poised to strike the Desert Fox, Erwin Rommel's German Africa Corps, as Hitler has lovingly dubbed them, in Algiers and Tunisia. This is on the top, sort of mid in the middle of the top of Africa, in the middle of the Mediterranean. You are neither typical soldiers or military aid. Your group is something much, much different. Asked by superiors in confidence to find your way to the freed Casablanca, you're told to meet in a small cafe in a back alley. your expertise in your given fields or your general skills at life are about to be employed by the Allies as you are about to experience the horrifying truths of a much sinister apparatus of an already despicable regime. So yeah, that is where you're at. You all have found, so the U.S. takes Casablanca. That was a few days ago, and you've all made your way to the mouth of the Mediterranean in Africa, in Casablanca, and you all find yourselves in a small bar, kind of quiet. There's a piano playing off in the corner, maybe some jazz.
What's the name of this bar?
Not Rick's Bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dick's Bar.
Dick's Bar.
Rick's is across the street.
Yeah, Richard's Bar. It's Richard's Bar.
I'm disappointed this isn't a donut shop.
Richard's Donut Hovel. They serve fried dough as a drinking snack, just sort of sober you up late at night. How's that? With powdered sugar on top.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Delicious.
I think I have some baklava upstairs that I should get now that I want a pastry.
Baklava the best.
I did eat cheddar biscuits tonight with my sausage and eggs. It was really good. Anyway, sidetracked. You're in Richard's Bar, and yeah, you've all kind of been called to a table. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
And you're sitting there in front of a military-looking man, sort of dressed down, like he's had a very hard day. His uniform's a little disheveled. Looks like he's got a lot on his mind. He's got a furrowed brow, and next to him is this guy in a suit. Looks kind of youngish. Very dapper, debonair sort of look to him, very entrepreneur look to him. And drinks have been served, donuts have been handed out, and you're all looking around the table and you see Patty. What does your character look like?
My character is quite large. Very there's a lot of extra fabric hanging over the over his hips, and when he sits down in the booth, he definitely takes up the most amount of space. But he's kind of like proud of it. He just kind of like lays out like very comfortably in the booth. Wears kind of a loose hat like this, and it kind of underneath kind of you can see blonde hair that looks like it's been somewhat recently buzz cut. Just wears kind of in Casablanca kind of like a loose linen shirt, white set of overalls, and on the table next to him, there's a pair of greasy mechanics gloves, and then kind of propped up in the corner next to the booth, like where someone would put an umbrella, is his shotgun.
JT, if everybody looked over at your character, what would they see?
They'd see a 45-year-old man. He has a graying beard. It's a little rusty. I don't know if that's the right word. It's a little disheveled.
Okay.
Full head of hair. I don't know how to describe hairstyles. That's not my forte, so I won't try. But not a balding 45-year-old man.
Okay.
Or
would you say a balding 63-year-old man?
Okay. I'll say he's wearing what I'm sort of wearing right now, since that was the idea.
Okay.
And he's 5'11".
Oh.
Right after we established that no one exists that's 5'11".
He's part of
He's
a
a
new
ghost.
experimental program.
The only recorded copy of a 5'11" man. Wow. Cool. Kitty, tell us about your character. What do they look like? How do they posture themselves?
Um,
As far as looks, but she's going to be sitting there in a knee-length green dress, red hat. She has tan gloves, and she's just sitting at the table. She loosens up her gloves, sets them on the table.
Harry, tell us about your.
Yes. Benji, as you would know him, Benjamin,
Okay.
is in full paratrooper regalia. There is mud on his boots, probably still from the training field in England where they pulled him from.
Okay.
Oh,
you are from England.
Well, he's from the USA. He's
Okay.
just the paratroopers are training in England.
Oh, gotcha. Right, you're correct.
Yeah. He is fully kitted out. He's got his ammo bandolier, his utility vest, his bag, and his Thompson submachine gun. And let me correct you, Patty. You're the second biggest person at the bar because, again, this man is a brick shithouse. He is the biggest man any of you have ever seen. Had to have specially made uniform, kind of big. Then he just nods at you guys and takes a seat.
Jane.
All right. Shinyi is wearing a kipao. I'm mixing up my flowers. Poppy motif. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. There.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Hi, I'm subtle. She has her hair done up in like a loose bun, held together again by poppy hair sticks, and noticeably an eye patch.
Oh.
Thanks, Imperial Japan. Basically, her opium den got found out, got murdered, and I don't know. Actually, no. Hold on. Would it make more sense to have the Imperial Japanese murdered?
Imperial Japanese are a lot more murdery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They were like the murderiest for a long time.
Okay, yeah. So, Blade, the Japanese, scorched out her eye as a warning.
Okay.
So yeah, she's just sitting at the table, just like looking at Benji, just like we're at a nice establishment.
So, the military man that has met with you sort of leans in. There's a single bulb lamp slowly swaying over you where it kind of like casts a shadow randomly across the table. He kind of leans in and he just kind of looks at y'all and is like, thank y'all for coming. I know that you all are certain types here and that your expertise is going to be required for a certain particular mission.
All right, well, hold up now. Hold up. You being from the South like me, you have to know that we don't do no business till we got a drink.
Well, I guess we can, he kind of waves over and bartender comes over, pours out a shot and kind of takes it, holds it up and just, well, son, what are we going to drink to?
That's gonna be determined on what you have to say here in just a second. And without waiting for his toast, I'll slam it back, put it down, leave the bottle.
All right then. Anyway, and he gestures to another American-looking man, the guy in the suit next to him. He's like, "This is I am your military liaison, I guess, War Department liaison, I guess you could say. I am Lieutenant Melvin O'Malley. I will be trying to coordinate your operations here as you try to take care of your mission. However, we have a civilian attaché. What do they call you?" And then the man just kind of leans in. Well, you see, I am the I guess you could say civilian liaison. How's that? Expertise on your mission here, because it the Nazis have they were working on some experimental stuff here in northern Africa, and they have absconded with some of my gear, so to say, some schematics and technology, very interesting technology that I won't describe to you right now because it's fairly complicated. But my name is Rexington Olds. I have a large tire company back in the States, and I'm actually I'm here with interests in the, and O'Malley's just like, whatever, just shut up for a second. Anyway, nobody wants to hear about your goddamn tire company. But anyway, Nazis got some stuff. So when we arrived here, we found out that they had found, well, something. There's an old mine just outside of town that they seem to have been taking a great interest into. And, might be worth looking into. And Rex Old just kind of leans in like, no. Look, the mine's empty. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What you need to do is you need to head over to the train station down in the next town over. That's where you need to go. You need to catch up with the Nazis and find my gear. Find the tech that they have, because we don't want it falling into the wrong hands, because that could be dangerous. Yes, very, very dangerous.
So are we being asked to prioritize your gear or the mine? I'd like to know what your gear is then, so I can make the decision.
Just interesting technology is the best that I can tell you right now. To say anything out loud would be classified.
We were already at the stage where classified doesn't mean much. None of us in this room will say or do anything.
Consider it super classified.
Okay, then I guess we're going into the mine.
That's fine, whatever you think you want to do. O'Malley just kind of smiles at Olds, and Olds just kind of like folds his arm and whatever. So O'Malley leans in and he's just like, well, the mine's, yeah, we sent a couple of guys over that way, and, they came back a little, let's say, shook, is the best I could describe it. So, yeah, I know the rest of you, you're kind of into this thing. You're all from that, special division, I believe. So, yeah, all we know is there's something weird about the place, and we believe it might deserve some investigation. And, there's trains always leaving. We'll see what we can do to hold it up. We've sent an agent, somebody you'll link up with later, who, might be able to delay that train. We'll see what they can do. But I can provide you with a jeep or some vehicles to cross the rocks out onto the open plains, that you can make it over to the mine if you want. See what you can just find. See what maybe the Nazis might have left behind. See if they left anything that might give a clue as to what might be going on. But that's all sort of secondary to your actual mission, which is that train that you need to catch is important, because I'm putting you on the trail of a particular individual. All we know is their code name, or if maybe it's their name, we don't know. Anyway, we need you to follow the trail of the Red Widow. We believe she's a Nazi scientist who is doing some bad shit, I guess you could say.
And so I'm assuming that the mine was the location of, say, their experiments or their research?
We know the Widow was here. We know they fled when we invaded. And we know they're a little bit out of our reach now, and we're putting you on our trail. But we believe that she was involved in the mine in some way. Whatever they dug up there. Something. I don't know.
And these assets.
Mm-hmm.
Am I speaking loud enough?
Yeah.
And these assets in which you have lost to the enemy, do they perhaps pertain to research of the unknown?
Well, no, they're not necessarily researching the unknown, madam. They were stolen from one of my facilities in the States by a Nazi infiltrator, and he made his way over here. We just happened to attack on the same day that he arrived, and they absconded. And well, Mr.
So
Lieutenant
They want your
O'Malley did his
tires?
best. No, yes, it is a special secret kind of tire that could help change the direction of the war. Yes.
So we're not talking about tires, are we?
We are talking about tires, son. And we'll continue to talk about tires until that stuff is back in my hands.
This man is suspect.
Yeah, I don't like him either. He's coming along with us?
No, I'll be here drinking it up, sitting here enjoying the great company of Lieutenant O'Malley.
Okay, good. Wouldn't want dead weight.
So while we're risking our necks in the mine,
Mm-hmm.
you'll be here drinking it up while we're on a wild goose chase for a tire, a bicycle wheel.
Well, you see, the tire's not in the mine. The tire's on the train, which you'll get to it. Don't worry. If you want to investigate that mine first, that's up to you. But there's a tire on the train, but and then O'Malley kind of breaks in. He's like, yes, there's a tire on the train, but there's also, if you can find out anything about that mine, might help us, or at least know exactly what we might be dealing with. So, if you want to, I'll allow it. I'll hook you up, send you down there, see what you can find. Let us know what we might be up against. See whatever you can find, any details about the Red Widow, because whatever they had here in Casablanca, they burned straight to hell. So,
Question.
yes,
The
lady.
others.
Hmm?
The others.
Mm-hmm.
Did they come back merely discombobulated? Or did they come back all in one piece?
Well, that's a good question. Their body's there, but their mind, it ain't right.
So it seems as if they witnessed something deeply traumatic or horrifying. Are their symptoms similar to that of the French victims of World War I, the shell shock?
Shell shock's the way that I guess you could put it, but rambling on about words that I ain't never heard before, speaking in tongues I ain't never heard, using words like cyclopean. What the hell does that mean? I don't know. Anyway, if you want to head to that mine, I'll hook you up, get you there.
All right, sounds good. Anything else we should know? Is this mine behind our lines?
Yes, we've got it captured. No worry. No, don't need necessarily worry about any Nazis. That's for sure. And kind of, he raises up his glass and he's like, well, son, what we drinking to now? Now that you've heard everything. Looks at you, Patty.
I found a needles and haystacks, apparently.
Needles and haystacks. Throws it back.
Throw back like my fourth one.
Oh, yeah. What are your characters' names?
I am Shinyi. Oh, whoops. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
My name is Shinyi Lang. I am a representative of the M department. Is that what
Section
what's
M.
the British called?
You would be part of Section M. Type that in the chat for me.
Yes, specialized combat surgeon is what I'm supposed to say. My title is.
Patty, what's your character's name?
My character's name is Beauregard. You can call him Bo Bauer. He's the that told him he's the wheels, and this is his first day on the job.
Okay. Type that up for me in the channel so that I can get it. JT, what's your character's name?
Howard Lohman goes by Howie.
Howard Lohman?
Yep.
All right. Kitty, what's your character's name?
Doris Abibi, but you can call her Abby.
And I am Benji.
Benji. All right, cool. All right, excellent. So, they hook you up. O'Malley kind of shuffles off to a meeting with some other military types, and Rexington Olds just rambles on and wanders around the bar, sort of poking his nose where it shouldn't be. So he kind of leaves you alone, tells you that there will be some jeeps and some vehicles outside waiting for you when you're ready to go. You all have enough sort of traveling supplies. You all have your basic supplies that you got from character creation. So you're good to go. But what do you do?
Have we been given any heavier firepower, like some kind of C2 or some composition B?
No.
Or a bazooka?
You have
Shit.
not.
Well, then we should requisition some from, well, any that we find that isn't bolted down.
Give me. You're a commando or a commander,
Yes.
So we'll say you can roll three d20s and use your pick whatever mental ability attribute you think that'll work for that.
Is leadership a mental? Or not leadership, is
insight, reason, or will, and then
insight, reason, or will. I'll use will.
Use your tactics.
Okay, so my tactics is +3, and my insight is okay. So this is 11s.
Okay. First roll.
Big numbers, big numbers, big numbers. Or do I want low numbers? Wait.
You want low numbers.
Yeah.
Ones are good. 20s are bad.
Okay, let's go 3d20 and
Oh, baby.
2, a 6, and a 6.
Oh, wow. Nice. Okay, cool. So
That's 4 successes because that's under my tag.
Damn you. All right, cool. So you get up, you walk over to what you think is like sort of a quartermaster type, or at least somebody who looks to peer the rank who can pull some strings. You have a short conversation, and he kind of nods, yeah, well, and points to a private, and he ushers them over, and just the private's like, yes, sir. And the military man basically says it'll be on your truck before you head out.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Enough to blow up, a car or something like that. Not a huge supply, but enough.
Okay.
Cool. Anything else anybody else wants to do before they head out?
Check Discord. That's what I want to do.
You want to what?
You sent a secret message?
He did.
Mm-hmm.
When you walk back over, Harry, my character just be like, oh, what'd you ask that boy for?
Go ahead, GT.
Explosives.
Well, you could have just asked first, and I'll reach, pat myself down and pull out like several components to make like a homemade explosive. And I'll put it back in my pocket and be like, I've got about like a ton of that.
Well, aren't you full of surprises? You'll come in handy then.
What do you carry in your pockets? Everyone
Guns,
carries that in their
knives,
pockets where
couple
I'm
grenades.
from. All right, see, you got them explosives with you too. Making special requests.
To live in your pockets.
Well, I am a commando. That's
I don't
not
know what
out
that
of
means.
character. What do you mean you don't know what that? Oh, okay.
What the hell's a commando?
I do secret shit. Go behind enemy lines. Accomplish objectives that require small teams of highly skilled individuals to.
Your outfit does not scream secret.
It's literally camouflage.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask.
Gesture to the restaurant.
I did not have time. I did not have time to change. Excuse you.
Oh, was your first day on the job too?
No, I've been in England. They literally put me on a C-17 and.
Oh, you're British.
No, I'm American. I was training for a future event, which I can't say, but you'll be able to guess probably in the next few years. And they said, "Hey, get on. You're needed for a special assignment." So I did, and now I'm here.
Talking to us, lovely individuals.
Yeah, not exactly where I want to be, but you know,
Man,
you'll
y'all
win some,
like
you'll lose
secrets.
yeah, I cannot tell you what I was doing there. Although I'm sure you can guess if you've been.
Agent Abby, why don't we have a separate drink to commemorate the night?
Sounds lovely.
Alrighty.
What is it you two talk about in your separate drink?
Probably just like, shouldn't you just like, are we gonna make out? Are we gonna be fine?
We'll be fine. Them, on the other hand, I cannot speak for.
I mean,
Wait, you mean me? You don't? Man, I still understand why I'm here. Yeah, I was in line, got my number, got pulled, about to get my head shaved to go over to wherever the hell this war is, and then someone pulled me off the line, and now I'm here.
That is an interesting story.
It ain't no story; it's the truth.
No, I know stories can be true.
No, you tell stories when you're lying.
Okay, it's gonna be one of those days. That's okay. Things were nice enough in England. I guess I.
I think we're getting off on the wrong look. All right, let's just try this. Where are you from? You said you're
New
from
York.
America. Oh. Okay. All right. Okay.
is there something wrong
Lower East Side.
with New York?
No, I've never been. I can't speak to it.
How about you?
Oh, I'm from Florida.
Here it's awful nice down in Florida.
Well, you could say that. Listen, while I like where I'm from, I ain't never going to defend the weather down there.
All right. How about the rest of you? Abby. Shinya, did they say your name was?
Yes.
I'm from here and there. And then that's when she leaves to go change out of her dress into a pair of working coveralls.
Man.
Real mysterious. Well,
I hail from Hong Kong.
all right.
Hong Kong. That
Long way from home.
yeah, that's far away from here, right?
Indeed, very far away. Not exactly my choice. The community in which I resided, how is it you say it? There are 6 feet under.
Oh, I'm sorry to
they-
hear that.
They bought the farm. Oh.
Well, that's a new phrase. Yes, they bought the farm. And
Did
now I am
you
here.
do that?
No. The people who did this to my eye put them under.
Oh. All right. So you come from a real happy family. All right.
Since we are running with the mysteries, I shall leave it there.
Yeah, there's more mysteries and secrets in here than a library.
Yeah, it's a little frustrating.
What about you, tall, dark, and handsome? Looking at JT's character.
Call me Howie. Someday you might learn the rest of what that means.
Oh, for the love
Or
of
the-
God.
Okay, so it seems everyone here insists on being fucking cryptic. Let's get one thing clear. We're going to be doing some dangerous shit together. If we're going to do that, we're going to need to trust each other. So all of this, you don't know who I am the shadows, bullshit is going to have to stop.
That's literally my job, though.
Yeah, I can tell by the outfit, but I mean, like, who are you? What's your name? Where are you from? What's your favorite color? I don't know.
What do you
guess
think
black
what
for
do you think
outfit.
my favorite
Yeah.
color is?
Jesus, man.
All right. Well, can we at
This
least
is the
all
one
agree?
downside of being involved in commando operations is half of everyone you meet is completely fucking psychotic.
All right. How about can we all at least agree that whiskey is good, and then we should get the hell out of here? Can we at least all agree on that?
I can agree to one part of that. We can get the hell out of here.
I prefer tea.
Oh, so
Whiskey
y'all...
tastes like cleaning fluid.
I don't even get to know your all names, and you're telling me none of y'all drink
I'm
whiskey.
Benji. I told you my name, didn't I?
Was it Bo? Bo, was it?
Yeah, Beauregard. You can call me Bo, sir. Yes, sir.
I am not your sir.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
I am not. I don't think we have ranks here.
Oh, it ain't a rank thing.
Oh yeah, down. Where you from? Florida? Sounds like. I guess yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it happens I am from Florida, but what if I wasn't from Florida? You know, I'd be a real friend if I was from like Bama or something.
Beauregard, you seem a bit flustered.
I am. I told you I got pulled off the recruitment line and now I'm here.
How about
So you're a fresh recruit?
julep on
I
me?
didn't even know there was a country called Casablanca.
It's a town.
Whatever.
Here's I'm just gonna take my 1911 from my hip holster, hand it to him. Keep your finger on the trigger unless you want to shoot something, and just stick by me. Do what I say, and you'll live. Okay?
Oh, sir. Okay, so I know I just got on to him for the generalization about my accent and where I'm from, but don't worry, I know how guns work. And I'll slide the pistol back over to him, like do that uncomfortable fat man slide out of the booth, and pick up the shotgun that's been sitting in the corner and just start to walk out.
Oh, that's yours. All right, I can respect it.
Cool. It's a Beauregard.
Sorry, real quick.
No,
Okay.
go ahead.
It's such a real thing too. Fat man slap. When you're sitting in the diner,
you got a little bit of butt sweat going on, and you gotta unstick and do like the shimmy.
Yeah, that's the thing. So Beauregard, you walk outside and you see basically fresh off the boat, sort of brand spanking new off the assembly line, put on a supply ship, dumped out onto the coast and driven up here, Jeep, as well as there's two Jeeps, and then they pulled up with a
military grade Jeeps.
Oh yeah, definitely, as well as like
Okay.
a military supply truck if you thought you were going to be hauling
Massive
something
pieces
big.
of shit.
So they kind of give you a choice of what you all might want.
Okay, so Beauregard is like mildly excited because it's like, ooh, brand new shiny car, but also like he knows that these are gonna be like super low quality because they're like mass manufactured assembly line pieces of shit.
Mhm.
So he's gonna go over and like be cautious, just like, oh nice, it's new, but he's gonna be like looking underneath the hood. He'll even like uncomfortably like get down on the ground and scoot underneath and look at all, just start examining all of the cars.
So if
Bo,
anybody,
I can. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, if anybody walks outside at this point, like Bo is on the ground under the car. You hear some tinking and some tacking and just like some muttering.
Couple swears.
A couple swears.
Bo, for the sake of comfort, pick the truck. Those Jeeps are they're rough.
Well, I mean, I look at everyone and then like everyone's packs, they have everything plus like all the like my shit. It's like, yeah, and also like the physical size of like myself and Benji, and just be like, yeah, no, we're getting in the truck. Don't worry. I just wanted to see what all we're dealing with here.
Alrighty.
Walks up to Bo and hands him a mint julep in a mason jar.
Bless you. Are you an angel?
I've been called
Where
that.
the hell did you find this?
I have my ways.
Man,
She's my favorite. In case anyone's keeping track.
I am still gonna complain about all of you being mysterious. How did you like requisition a mint julep, or did they just have the ingredients lying around?
What is this requisition, and can I get a picture of them next time?
Fair, Commander. We were just at a restaurant. If you would stop to take a moment of appreciation for your surroundings.
We have a mission to do.
Do you want to get to know us, or do you want to focus on the mission?
We can do both at the same time. You see, the time we could have spent getting to know each other, instead we spent just uttering meaningless platitudes about how
Commander man, Howard Lohman. Happy Howard fucking Lohman.
Pleasure to meet you, Howard fucking Lohman.
Oh, now we're getting somewhere. As I like slide it out from underneath the truck. By the way, I legitimately was checking out the truck. Just like, is it good? Is it like? Is there anything wrong with it at all? Is there anything I can like quickly fine tune right now to like
roll insight in vehicles?
As you roll, Patty,
okay.
do you always have a whiskey on you, like Trailer Park Boys?
I'm not an alcohol. My character's not an alcoholic. They do enjoy their drink, but they don't need to have one on them at all times. You said insight and vehicles.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 9, 11, 13, 14. 2d20.
Mm-hmm. Also, you can probably roll a third one because I'm sure you got a truth that falls under cars of some sort.
My truths are like born behind the wheel.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a third one.
Obsessive mechanic.
There you go.
Okay, so I got 3 successes because I rolled underneath. But I did also get a 20. I don't know if is it a complication in this game?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so three successes with the complication.
Okay, cool. So you actually go so far as to tinker with the machine, with the truck. And you're like, I am the best goddamn mechanic in the world. And it does that whole thing where like you roll out under the truck, you step away, and then the camera holds, and there's like a drip from the engine indicating that something might have happened.
Cool. Okay, I did take the vehicle talent still in control, which is when a vehicle I'm operating or working on suffers a complication, I may decide the effects of the complication. I would like that not to be a fuel or oil problem. I want that to be a brake line problem.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. I will enact the complication in a scene, and I'll let you tell me what the complication is.
Perfect. I'm perfect with that.
All right, cool. So the truck is basically a 2-seater with a big old flatbed where it's got like the benches that you can sit in and a tarp over it. So you're able to sort of like get in. Whoever wants to sit in the back, sit in the front, or sit in the back. Who's riding shotgun with
anybody who tries that isn't Abby? I'm going to just be like, sorry, that seat's taken.
So I ride shotgun.
All right.
So I'll be in the back seat.
Cool. All right. So most of you are in the back seat. Abby and Beauregard are in the front. You drive out of town. Patty, just let's see how that drive skill. Give me a coordination in vehicles.
I'm going to roll 3d20.
Okay.
That's 11, 13, 15, 16 is my goal number. 3 successes again.
Okay, awesome. The trail itself is really not that great. It was definitely built in a hurry. Wasn't really well maintained. So it's kind of hard to follow, kind of hard to go. It goes up some weird turns, and then it goes into You pull up to the top of what's more like a valley of sorts, and you can definitely see the mine below. It's several hundred feet below you, in sort of like very sheer cliffs. And then there's this jagged road that just winds down the side of the cliff. Very tight cutbacks and stuff. It's almost impossible to do with the truck, but you manage. Truck's very loud. So if you pause at the top of the ridge, you'll actually look down and you can see there's definitely like a mine into the side of one of the cliff sides. You can't really tell from here because it's really dusty down below, and you get like a very ominous feeling. There's a very thick wind blowing through the valley and stuff, and you think you see like large looming figures carved into the side of the cliff, but you won't be able to tell until you get down there and take a look. Very cyclopean in appearance. So you get down there.
Purple.
Uh,
As I say to what's his name? I like purple.
Alrighty.
Because he asked our favorite color.
I'll actually like pull out like a one of those small spiral like thin notepads, flip it over, like take a grease pencil and be like purple. All right. Puts it in his front pocket.
I've heard worse favorites.
Captain, what is your favorite?
I think green.
Oh yeah, Harry, what rank are you actually?
I would be a sergeant.
Sergeant? Okay.
Yeah. Or well, captain would also. Yeah, no, let's say captain.
Okay. We'll call you captain. What are you a sergeant and you have people call you captain? Because that would be funny.
No, I'm a captain, but I prefer if people call me sergeant.
Okay, fair enough.
Are you a captain from America?
Yes, I am. I am Captain America, but decidedly more murder.
So you're a U.S. agent. Great. Cool. So the truck comes down and it actually the downslope actually comes at the far end of the valley, so you have to pull the truck back towards the cave. And there's a very thick wind blowing through. Like I said, it's kicking up a lot of sand and dirt, so your visuals are kind of messed up a little bit, almost to the point where you feel like you need to cover your face with some sort of mask or something. It's very dusty and barren, and you stop just outside of what you think the mine encampment was. Do you leave the truck running? Do you turn it off? What do you do?
No, I'll turn it off.
Turn it
and
off?
take the keys with me.
Okay, cool. So you all hop out, and you're standing on the edge of, you can see that it was clearly defined of like a gate sort of. There's a small like barbed wire fence, just sort of like basic protections to sort of cordon off the area. And yeah, you're standing in front of this mine site. You're about to walk into it. What do you do?
All right. I'll take point. Like weapon shouldered. Very careful looking for any sort of tripwire, trap, indication of, some kind of hostile presence.
Okay.
Like a boulder rolling down the corridor.
Yeah, along those lines.
Yeah, the cliff sides are very sheer. It's very wide down here, so you kind of have a lot of room to move around. There's fallen rocks, just debris everywhere. You can, if any of you move into the sort of periphery of the site, you can see there seems to be a lot of old crates. You can definitely tell that there's still a lot of equipment down here. It looks like they left in a hurry. There's even like an old German vehicle still down here. And there's just a howl on the air of the wind. Patty, what do you do?
I'm going to take a look at this equipment, see if there's anything unique or special about it.
Don't
or
even,
if it's just like general mining equipment.
it's just general sort of equipment. An auger or something like that, maybe. Some pickaxes, things like that. A Luger hanging around, maybe some old ammunition just left behind.
Sure.
Before anybody touches anything, check it for traps. The Germans like to do that. They'll booby trap stuff they leave behind all the time.
Howie, what do you do? How do you start to approach?
How would you, I would be a backseat kind of person in what might be the an ambush or any kind of we don't know what we're doing here, but it's the vibes aren't great, and he's not really a combat oriented type of person, so he doesn't want to be first up.
Okay.
It's going to keep one hand though on a concealed pistol.
Cool. All right. Kitty, how do you handle yourself? What do you do out here?
She's holding a knife and she's looking around to see if this is a trap.
Okay. Harry, what are you doing?
So other than just surveying the area, making sure that nothing jumps out at us, I am going to start looking for signs of enemy movement, whether it be footprints or vehicle tracks, not thinking that like they're still around, but that might lead us in the right direction.
Okay. Deal with that in a second. Jane, how do you say your character's name?
Shinyi. The X is pronounced like a sound.
Shinyi. Okay.
Yep.
What's Shinyi doing?
Shinyi is just gonna find herself a nice, comfortable spot to sit down and look around, observe.
Okay. Shinyi, Benji, and Abby, since you actively said that you were looking around, give me insight plus observation.
Insight plus observation.
I'm blind.
7
Which
plus.
one is observation under?
Oh, that's not good.
Observation is your skill plus insight, your attribute. And that's your target number, so you need to roll under insight and observation.
How many dice are we rolling?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay.
So this is a 2d20 system, so you always roll 2d20. Different situations and different things can give you extra 2d20 or extra 20s up to 5. So in this case, you're just rolling 2d20, trying to hit under the target number of your insight plus observation.
All right. That is 2 successes.
Okay.
Same.
Oh, awesome. Harry, what'd you get?
1 success.
1 success. Okay. So Harry, you were specifically looking for enemy movements, or Benji, I should say, was looking for enemy movements.
Indications of you.
The wind is really whipping up the sand, so it's like if anybody made marks a while ago, those are long gone. But so you pick up on that vibe. What you do think you see is you see what are tire tracks very deep tire tracks through the sand, but they're not spaced correctly, so that seems kind of weird. Abby, you notice that there are sort of like there's a guard tower. There is sort of what looks to be like an old or a makeshift sort of command post or something, just like a shelter. And you can see that the mine, and Shinyi, you see this as well. You see that the mine itself appears to be, seems to look like they put up a barrier to the entrance. Very makeshift, very quickly done. Get the fuck out of Dodge sort of situation.
A barrier put up to the entrance of the mine. So
Yeah,
they
like just
wanted to
wood
keep-
planks over it, or they put some barbed wire up in front of it just to sort of block it off.
Okay, so they wanted to keep what was in the mine from getting to them.
Or
Right.
they wanted to make it annoying to try to get inside or something. Don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the fact that
I mean,
it's
if they're-
barred is what you notice. So there's a command post, shelter, guard station, and then the mine entrance itself. These are sort of your areas of interest.
It seems as if they left without keeping in mind hospitality.
I'm gonna run over to the guard station and see if what direction it's facing. Like,
It's
or like if there's a weapon or like an observer post, or even say indications of somebody resting, say a rifle barrel or a rifle body on like a windowsill in a particular direction, maybe.
It's basically a ladder up to a sheltered sort of platform with a barrier, kind of like your typical video game sort of guard post. It doesn't look like they were. You examine it real quick. They're up at the top. Doesn't look like anybody was looking in any one direction. There's a lot of sand up here actually now, as the wind's been blowing. It's been getting collected. There's just a box of German ammo there. But that's it. Like but it does. You can sort of see now the whole sort of encampment site. You got a clear view of the mine. You're just right over the command post, and you can see several yards. 50 yards back is where the truck is parked, with a lot of other sort of like just boxes and crates and stuff around, just sort of littered about. And from this position, you can actually, you're high enough to where you actually look up at the mine site itself, and you can actually see there is these two humanoid like creatures sort of carved into the side of the mine, and you can really tell now that there's an ornate sense to the mine itself, where it looks like they call it a mine. It's not Moria, but they call it a mine. But this is more like some sort of temple that was uncovered to something you're not sure. And as you look at it, you feel a very tense presence. You feel unsettled. Roll will and resilience for me.
Oh, I'm good at these.
Oh boy.
Wow, that was some terrible rolls. No successes.
No successes. Take one stress, as like you're just
Shit.
you feel very unsettled by what you're looking at now.
One success.
Oh, it was just Harry who needed a roll for that one.
Oh, okay.
So do you point this out to everyone, or you just sort of like clam up and don't say anything about it, Harry?
I'm not gonna tell, because this is stressing me out, so I can only imagine what it's doing. It would do to what it would do to them. So what I'm gonna do is instead I'm gonna just say, yeah, it looks like there's some sort of temple complex here. I don't think they were mining for something. I think this is an archaeological dig.
Okay.
Oh, a temple, you say? Finally, something interesting, and not brute force.
We should only stay here as long as we have to. Let's get into that mine.
Can I examine? Because I have a specialty in the occult.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yes, I do.
Howie, how do you feel pulling security, by the way? Taking up the rear.
How much for that rifle?
So let's see. I'm assuming that's Reason and Academia.
Yeah, I'll allow that. No, it would be, yeah, reason in academia. That works.
Alrighty. Oh, that is 2 3s.
Jesus.
Roll will and resilience as well. 2d20.
Okay. That's an 8.
Oh,
A 1.
Jesus H. Christ, Jane.
A
Really?
1 and a 15. So.
Yep, I'm looking at it, man.
Okay, you won't roll a 1. So, where Benji saw this and it disturbed him, you're just like, what the fuck ever? It's like ancient ruins. You actually walk up to the mine, and the foot of it is very wide, and it goes up. In the face of these statues, they kind of like they're tall, and they look like they're just sort of holding up the sort of the roof of the mine itself, the outside there. But they have like a couple of extra eyes, and it looks like fangs or tentacles coming out of the mouth. You're not sure. But you're just like another day in occult academia, and you just shake it off. You definitely know that you can't place a particular cult, but this is definitely a cult, and you have a greater awareness of you're in a unholy place, and coming here might have been a bad idea.
Well, it wouldn't be a commando raid if it wasn't a bad idea.
And it definitely explains why any normal soldier might have been shook by coming here.
Abby is standing next to Bo. She's not showing any emotion or any expression, but she's holding a grenade. This is a grenade, not a Big Mac. She's holding the grenade, looking straight at the barrier. Should we blow it up?
I mean, I'll just hold up my like demolition kit and just like rattle around a few things in it. I'm always up for a good fireworks show.
I think detonating things should be our last result. If you want to rig it up,
That's where we're gonna have to disagree, Captain.
if you want to rig it up,
Blowing
to
things
explode,
up should always be solution.
that's a good
number
idea.
one.
But maybe do it, after we go in, because if we go in and it's unstable, say you blow up this statue, it turns out that you destabilize something in the cave, we all get buried, right?
All right, I ain't no maniac. I know the proper time to light a bottle rocket and the proper time to light off a firecracker. All right.
Of course, if you do want to rig this place to close the cave after we're done here, that's not a terrible idea.
Okay. Let's step back a moment. It seems our fair commander is a little shaken by what's drawn on the walls. I should inform you that this is not a mining site, but instead a temple to something rather. What's the word? What is the word?
Profane?
No.
Esoteric?
No. Obscure. There we go. Some obscure lost deity unknown to history.
That's what esoteric means. Kind of.
Your language is complicated. Anyways, my train of thought has been thrown off. Oh, yeah, so it's likely they were doing some sort of research here. And considering it's ancient, perhaps we shouldn't go blowing things up.
Well, I don't like her.
But she's right.
And I am your medic, so get used to it.
Are you saying I'm going to need one?
Yes.
Oh,
We all need a medic eventually. It's best that they like you.
I don't like how you're saying that's an eventuality as opposed to like a maybe.
In this
Like
line
it's
of work,
a definite and not a
definite.
But what? Okay, you say this line of work. What line of work?
Covert
How is
ops,
this a line of work?
commando shit.
Okay, I demand to see a paycheck. I demand to see what my benefits are, what my
I'm sure
rights
we'll be
are.
getting paid.
Okay, see, you say I'm sure we're going to get paid. I have had people come into my shop and say, "Oh, I'm sure I'm going to pay you when you fix the car," and then I fix it and they don't pay. So is it one of those situations where like it's not going to happen, but I say it's going to happen just to make myself feel better, or like we're actually going to get paid. Because if I'm going to need a medic for whatever it is we're doing, I'm getting paid.
It's like
I was gonna
law.
pull out a wallet and hand Bo a 20 of whatever the local currency is.
20. It's the
That's a lot. Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a shit ton
Okay,
of money.
$1. Yeah. Sorry.
We're going
Yeah.
to get paid when the job is
Okay.
done.
I see we take him along because he is the financier. I will hold you to the rest of my my pay stub, whatever it is, when you deem appropriate. Okay, continue.
Also, we are agents. We are not ones in charge.
The hell is an agent?
Did nobody tell you anything?
It was like I said, I was on the recruitment line at the local military base, about to get my head shaved off. Then they picked me out of a line, they put me on a plane, and now I'm talking to you fine folk.
Back at base in like Bo's bunk is a dossier he was probably handed, but he was really annoyed that he didn't get his haircut. So, you know, he's just clueless about what he's here for.
All they told me was that where I was
There's
going,
some
they needed
drill
someone to know how to
sergeant who found
drive a
his
car.
shit just
So all I
what?
know, all I know is apparently none of y'all know how to drive. That's
Just
all
had
I've
a
got so
massive
far.
data breach, pretty much.
At this point, Abby hands Bo a donut.
All right, I know when to stop talking now, and he'll chow down very happily on the best food he's had in 48 hours.
Excellent. So you still have the command station that's behind. You're kind of all standing next to having this argument, and then there's the mine, the barrier. What do you folks do?
What is the barrier? Because you said a couple different things.
It's wood, it's planks, it's barbed wire, very hastily put together to block off the mine entrance, the temple entrance. Now, I guess I should say.
It seems.
And from Shinyi's sort of investigation, it looks like there was a barrier here, like an actual, like, sort of temple door, stone door type thing. The Nazis got it. It was either forcefully removed and taken away. You look around and like maybe they blew it up. You don't know, but whatever actually closed this place up in antiquity has long been blown away, and they had to do something to sort of block it off. Hastily.
Desecration.
Okay, let's clear. I'll take point. Abby, Bo, you can follow behind. Bo, you've got the shotgun, so you'll be my second. Shinyi and
Like in
Howie,
a duel?
No, pull security, meaning watch our backs, make sure no one flanks us. We need to move in quickly, and methodically and carefully.
Hey, Captain, who put you in charge?
I mean,
I'm
it
a
says
captain.
captain. Now,
And
the
I
only
can,
captains I know are on sports teams, but
No,
they're
I
still
don't-
the leaders.
Your decision making is welcome, but my expertise is in combat, and I'm afraid we're walking into something dangerous.
I choose not to argue with the professionals, just like I hope none of you will argue with me when you are bleeding out.
Why do
Deal.
you keep saying when?
It's a when game in this line of work.
I demand you to start saying if.
No, that would be lying. I don't lie.
Unfortunately, comfort is only part of the care that I provide. It is not all.
Howie's totally gonna file away that the captain doesn't lie, apparently,
Okay.
because Howie lies a lot. Howie is a professional liar.
Excellent. Bo, you said you were going to rig that door to blow. Do you set about doing that? Does somebody take a look at the barrier and try to
I'll
pull
look
it
over.
down?
I'll look over at Benji and be like, so like, do we want a small bang, a medium bang, or do we want like Okeechobee on the 4th of July bang?
I want enough bang to bring that door down and nothing else.
I'll size it up.
In fact,
All right, so medium
shotgun.
bang.
Give me a insights in engineering roll. Patty.
Okay. 9, 11, 12, 13 is the target number. Can I use
So,
what is it that gives you extra dice? Is it truths or focuses? Focus allows you to roll if you roll underneath your
yeah.
thing. Okay, so all right, so it's just 2.
A truth would give you an extra die if you had a truth that applied to applying explosives. You do
I
have
do not.
If you roll more than you need successes for, you gain momentum. I should mention that. As well as this game also has what's called fortune. There you currently all have 3 fortune, which can basically be used to rewrite the scene, change things up, change a truth about the area, that sort of thing that can be used in an instant. It's kind of like group momentum that you just always have at the start of the game. You have 3 of them.
Can I use
Okay.
one right now?
A fortune?
Yeah. To change the truth?
It's up to the group.
Oh, it's 3 as a group.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. We have way less fortune than I was thinking.
Yeah, it's sort of like a no shit button.
Okay, never mind.
I got 1 success with a complication.
Them complications are loving
Excellent.
you.
So, Bo, you're like, I rigged this pretty good, and I don't know, Harry, I can't remember. Like, there's not remote detonation at this point, is there? Like,
There's you use an electrical wire.
okay, so I mean, you rig the wire up. It's far enough away where you if you had to leave in a hurry, you'd hit it, blow up the mine. You think you said it pretty good. You think you used enough explosive. You use so much explosive.
Okay. Yeah, so like I said, medium bang.
Medium bang. What do you do about this barrier? How do you handle that?
I just turn my head to Abby. That little pineapple you got there might be the situation.
We'll say the grenade is thrown before the explosives are set. So, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Alrighty, then let's do it.
Wait, a question.
Mhm.
If this is poorly constructed, what's stopping us?
Yeah,
from
we should just
taking
kick it in.
down? You
It's up to you.
Need to rely on explosions, and if there is something down there causing a big boom, would alert our presence.
This is correct, Shinyi. I was simply trying to make our dear friend feel included with his copious amount of explosives.
But while you were up there, or when you get up there, I should say, whenever the explosives are rigged, if you haven't already pulled down the barrier, we'll say that you noticed, yeah, like you could pull down parts of it. It's pretty makeshift. It's not anything. You'd have to use a couple of wire clippers to get through some barbed wire and shit. But for the most part, it's not a big obstruction. It's just a matter of how much of the barrier do you take down, or what you do with it.
Okay, so then save your bombs, I guess.
There will be another time.
There will be several other times. In fact, it's likely we'll need those explosives before the day's end.
So do you take down the entire barrier or only part of it?
As much as we need to get in.
Okay, you're able to like snip some barbed wire, pull off some boards where you kind of like dip down in, and you can bypass this makeshift obstruction. Are you all going in now? What are you doing?
Keep your heads low. Stay safe. Follow me.
All right, so I just want to be the person that asks the question. So what is it we're doing down there? Because and he pulls out his little spiral notebook again, and he flips past the word purple. Because as far as I could tell, what the fine gentleman in the bar asked us to do was get on a train, get some gear that we don't know what it looks like or what it does, find a person that we don't know what they look like or what they do, and then I don't think it said anywhere in here to go down spelunking in the mines.
We were asked to do reconnaissance here, weren't we?
Yes, and also these lines
Were we?
Yeah.
Like seriously, were we? Oh, okay.
We
yeah,
were, yeah.
if you went to the mines, the mission was reconnaissance and find out what shook up the soldiers.
Okay. Okay. All right.
The
Never mind.
location of the mysterious woman also relates to this area, if I remember correctly.
If anyone were to crawl through the barrier that you've opened up a little bit, it goes into a very long, dark hallway. The only light that you get is through the holes in where the barrier isn't complete. And it's very dark. You can tell there's like some pillars, sort of like half pillars carved into the side of the wall. And there's sort of some etching of what you think is maybe a language or pictographs there at the beginning, but then it just dies away into darkness.
Well, this is comforting.
All right, I'm gonna get my my flashlight going,
Okay.
and then. All right. I do not like this, but let's get moving.
Is the captain the only source of light? Anybody else?
Howie would definitely have a light or
Okay.
a flashlight on him.
So you have
Are flares a thing?
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
they could be.
Then you will take out a flare.
Okay. So you have a flare, 2 lights. If you all stuck within a close vicinity of each other, you would have a good source of light around you, and then everything else would just be in sort of like a weird red murk of dark, very dark red, murky blackness. So yeah. Are you all moving? Who's in front? Who's in back? What's your marching
I will be
order?
taking point,
Okay.
and we need at least one person to pull security, one person to cover me, and one person to cover the person pulling security. So that's a
Whatever the captain says is what Beauregard will do.
Okay.
shotgun. So you're covering me.
All right. JT, who's your buddy?
Whoever has weapons.
Okay.
That would be me.
All
All
right.
right. So we're in the back then. We're watching the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Xingyi, you're kind of in the middle of Beauregard and the captain are in front of you.
That makes sense.
Abby and Howie are sort of bringing up the rear. You're all paced wide enough where you're not gonna walk into each other or swing your weapon into each other. And the pillars give way to and the pillars do this weird thing where like they slowly change from pillar to pillar, where finally at the final one is just this grotesque human entity looking thing. Definitely has more eyes, and that mouth is full of something that are teeth maybe, and there's almost like an etching of scale or something that is over like the body. They seem to be like naked figures where they've etched in some sort of skin. And you can it's very tight air. It's very like rushing sort of air as you're in a tunnel or in a small hallway, which then you can definitely feel the air changes as you pop out into what is a much larger open room. But with your flare and your flashlights, you can kind of see that it's a very tall. It's very tall, and like almost it seems like the light disappears into more blackness. It's almost like you can't see the ceiling, which seems weird because this cliff was only so tall. It's almost like a tesseract effect where like somehow the inside of the cliff is taller than it should be. You don't know. There is the weird sort of humanoid pillared creatures that are holding up and kind of go off into the darkness into the roof. Well, since you're in front, Captain, how do you shine your light? What are you looking at specifically?
I am keeping it. I'm shining it on the floor in front of us,
Okay.
and along just like chest level and eye level.
Okay.
Just trying to paint as much of a picture as I can, and while also looking out for mines and booby traps.
So it's very
Because
dark
again,
in
these
here.
are Germans. They booby trap the shit out of everything before they leave.
You shine the light in front, and then you see what you think. Like, is that a big, huge foot? What? It's like a sideways foot, almost if somebody's sitting sort of crisscross on the ground.
Is it like stone looking? Is it a statue?
It's like a black obsidian. It's almost as black as the darkness that your light's not shining onto.
Hold up, people. I'm gonna shine my light further up, looking at this thing.
Is everybody following the beam of light of the captain's flashlight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's slowly following up, and all of your eyesights are like slowly going up. It's definitely some sort of creature that it's sitting crisscross, when you see the feet, and then the legs go back into a chest, which then you can definitely see like a sort of scaly skin chest in this black obsidian, and you goes up to the chest, and you can see like there's 2, 4, 6, 8 how many arms? You're not really sure. And then before you realize what's going on, he shines it up onto the head, and it's just these like, it's this dark obsidian stone, very well detailed. It's got like weird tentacles coming out of its face. There's 1,000 eyes on its forehead. There's like fin ears coming out of its side. Just the weirdest goddamn thing. Everybody give me will and resilience rolls, as you've just seen something that has blown your mind.
2, a 7, and a 16. Because I
Okay.
got that. What's it called? Like that. It's courageous. Is the thing.
That is 2 successes.
All right.
That is 2 for me.
Okay.
One
Oops.
Critical 1 1. I rolled a 1.
Okay.
and-
You have steeled yourself very well. Abby and Bo, what did you roll?
I rolled 1 success.
Okay, cool. Good
One
enough.
success.
One success. Those who got 1 success, you take 1 point of stress just because it is unsettling. You're not quite sure what you've never seen anything like this before. Like this is weird as fuck. And the captain sort of yelps and snaps his flashlight away from it, and so you're not looking at it anymore. And you're all just kind of looking at each other like, did we really see that? And that's when you start hearing like a shuffling noise in this temple atrium.
Is there any way to tell direction?
You can give me an observation and insight.
All right, I'm good at these. It would be insight. Yes. Okay, I'm not actually all that good at these. Okay, 1 success.
Okay. You think you know the direction, and you kind of shine your light over there, and you see a figure standing there in the darkness.
Well, that figure's getting wasted. I'm not kidding. As far as I'm concerned, there are no friendlies in this AO, and whatever this thing is getting shot.
Okay, so you open fire immediately?
Yeah, I'm just gonna spray it down.
Okay.
I'm not even giving it a chance.
Coordination
I
and
will.
fighting.
If the captain starts shooting, I'm going to start shooting too.
All right, both of you give me coordination and fighting.
2 successes.
Okay.
Uh, 1 success.
1 success. That is enough to hit. Let's see.
So I only needed 1? Because if so, then I'll push that into a momentum.
Yeah, you only needed 1.
Perfect.
So, what are the so to roll damage, you roll your d6s. A 1 on the dice is 1 damage. A 2 on the dice is 2 damage. 3s and 4s are nothing. 5s and 6 are both a single damage plus an activation if your weapon has it. So roll the damage dice on your weapons.
Okay, 4.
Shotgun is a 5.
So
I
2
have-
4s, a 5, and a 6.
Okay. Do you have any activations?
It's stunned is its volley activation.
Oh,
So
okay.
You said 3s and 4s are nothing.
Yeah, 3s and 4s are nothing.
So 2
And
damage,
then-
2 stun.
So 1 is 1 damage, 2 is 2 damage, 3s and 4s is nothing, 5 and 6 is 1 damage plus an activation.
Yep.
Okay, so I have 3 damage plus an activation.
Okay.
How would I know what my activations are?
Your gun will have tags on it, like vicious or something like that.
It has vicious.
Okay, so it's an extra damage. So you do 4 damage. So between the two of you, your split second sort of snap decision to open fire on this thing. Shotgun goes off. You were using your pistol, Captain?
Yeah, now I'm
Okay.
using a submachine gun.
Oh, submachine.
Tommy
Okay,
gun.
so rat-a-tat-tat, boom, and then whatever that thing was is no longer. It's just a smear on the wall and a crumple on the floor.
Does it look like is there uniform there?
There is a uniform. There was some. It was wearing a gray uniform,
Oh, Nazi.
and that's when everybody can now hear. You start hearing a lot of shuffling.
Okay, we need to fall back. Follow me. And I'm just gonna, while keeping my flashlight shining, looking for targets, just walk backwards. People on security, now's your time to shine. Cover our retreat. As in, no, I'll cover the retreat. You guys figure out our route to retreat.
You flash your flashlight across one of the faces of what you think is coming after you, and it's like it should have eyes or just like this eerie, odd colored smokiness. And it's definitely wearing a Nazi soldier army uniform. And it's shuffling towards you, and just like you see its hands just like blah, and its mouth is just nothing but like torn away and just jagged, awful teeth.
Nazi
Disgusting.
zombies.
Well, these are freaks of nature. How comforting.
Let's fall back and obliterate them as we do.
Captain, give me a will in tactics.
Okay, will and tactics. Okay, I'm real good at this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Two successes.
Cool. All right.
With this, this would count as army tactics, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so good.
So, Captain Benji's just immediately snapping out orders, which none of you are real like military types for the most part, but he's doing it in such a way that you feel secure in like what his directions are, and you immediately all start filing out. With that, everybody give me the best of your sort of physical attribute, which is agility, brawn, or coordination, plus athletics.
Okay, that's also very good.
Agility. Could you repeat agility?
Brawn or agility, brawn, coordination, plus athletics.
Plus your athletics.
So that's 1 for me.
Okay.
2 successes.
2 successes. Nice. Abby's just like skipping out of there.
Nice.
Oh.
Successes.
One
JT?
success.
1 success. Good enough. You don't fail as you evac the temple.
Tell everybody run and duck.
Yeah, this whole time I am very much pouring fire into things as best I can.
Okay. Bo?
2 successes as well.
Nice. You're actually you're able to move backwards and fire forwards in perfect fashion.
Nice.
So everybody's able to get.
I get to look cool.
Yeah,
you
you
get
get
to
to
look
look
cool in front of the
real
captain.
Everybody backs away real quick. Gets back to the barrier, ducks under it, and all of you sort of do that glance back before you duck out into the outside, and you can see the flashes and the pings of the bullets from the captain and Bo's guns, and you see flashes of horrible faces, limbless bodies, moving their way forward. Just, you would say hundreds of them. You're not sure. Yeah, you all duck out. You're passing by the detonator, Bo. What do you do? Click. There is a click in that brief sort of slow moment as everybody looks back and is like, Bo knew what he was doing. And there is a massive explosion that kind of blows out the entire cliffside and sends like a wave of just ash, debris, and everything across the valley, and you're all thrown, and you're all just like disheveled and in heaps and in odd positions as you've just been thrown away from the entrance of the mine. And you wake up, you sort of come to, there's this massive ringing in your ears. You can barely hear anything. Everything's muffled, and you can see like he's brought the entire cliffside down, and just buried the entire location.
Okay. All right. I suppose I forgot to ask if you wanted a normal person medium bang or a Florida medium bang.
Look,
Because that's
you
a
buried them.
Florida
I'm not going to
medium bang.
complain.
All right.
Does anyone need medical attention from being thrown?
I'm all right. How about you guys?
And
I'm gonna pat myself down just to make sure adrenaline isn't hiding some horrific injury from me.
And that's where we'll leave it till next awesome time.
Woo!
Oh boy.
Kaboom.
Cool. So you all created characters, had your first sort of foray into terribleness. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.
Terribleness. I got to shoot and blow up Nazi zombies. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure, yeah, definitely. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Yeah, so we'll continue this next week, doing Achtung, Cthulhu. As always, you can find us on the social medias at Vorpal Tales. Check out our Patreon at patreon.com/VorpalTales. We are Vorpal Tales, and we play awesome adventures and terrifying tales almost twice a week now. For awesome adventures, you have Scarred Lands on Friday. Still happening, Patty?
Yep. Indeed, we are.
Cool. Beginning the 25th is Dungeons and Dragons Ruination every Saturday at 7 p.m. Fiasco's on Sunday. If you're into terrifying tales, horror stuff, we have beginning on the 19th, Cold Divinity Lost, Phantasmagoria. Delta Green is on Monday, starting at 8 p.m. That's fun. I'm in that one. Mythos World is every Monday, starting at 11:45 p.m. That's still Monday, not Tuesday. Black Void Under Nebulous Skies every Tuesday at 8 p.m. And Achtung Cthulhu, D20, 2D20 action here on Wednesdays. Defiance every Thursday, and beginning on the 23rd is Pathfinder 2E Undying every Thursday at 10 p.m. And for the next two actually one Saturday still, is In Times at 7 p.m. And also beginning on the 25th is SCP the RPG Thuminal every Saturday at 11:55. See our calendar that pops up in our show reels on our website at vorpaltales.com and on our Twitch channel. Also, check out the pull list on our website. Our friend of the show at Funky Thunder does his weekly review in no particular order of this week's latest comic releases. Please be sure to check out our shop links on the website. Vorpal Tales has created several great supplements to enhance your games. There's more in the works for all the systems that we play to make your tabletop experience more Vorpally. Also, we have lots of merch. You can get masks. You should wear a mask with our logo on it. It's real great. If you have a coffee cup with our logo on it, it makes the coffee taste better. Totally true story.
Or you get dope hats like Sean and I are wearing.
Yes, that is true. Dope hats are dopeness, and you should dope along with us. I have been Space Lord PJs. Check out my doodle website at cartoon.ninja. Everyone, plug your pluggables. Let the viewers know what show they can catch you in next, and any other cool online things that you're doing.
Hello, I'm Jane. I'm the Confused Crow. I have my commissions open, so if you want cool art, check out more details and information on my Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram, all under the name The Confused Crow, all one word, all lowercase. I will be on tomorrow's Last Fairy Tale game over on the Onyx Path, and other than that, I am just drowning in exhaustion. College is back up again. Oh boy.
Hello. On a similar college grind, I am there, doing the same college except different studies. Similarly exhausted though. I will also be on Thursday's game of Last Fairy Tale, Changeling the Dreaming. It's the grand finale, and we are gonna be fighting some technocrats, I think.
Wait, it's the finale already?
Not the season finale, it's the final season.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's the
Okay,
final
gotcha.
season.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. You should tune in. Saratoga by Night season 4 this Sunday. Expect the first episode, the final season. Yeah, we're gonna record this Sunday.
Oh.
Then what else? Sunday's game ended. So in November, I will be playing a game of Wrath and Glory. I will be running that on Saturdays here, Saturday nights, and yeah, it'll be about the Imperial Guard. You want to see some people have an all-around not great time in a war zone, but maybe learn a little bit more about each other or themselves. Tune in; it'll be fun.
Alrighty. I am Patrick. You can find me on the internet at Patty6_. Next time you'll see me will be tomorrow for the season finale of Star Trek Dauntless, where I play a Klingon. We're in the mirror universe, so shenanigans abound. After that, you'll see me on Friday running Scarred Lands Season 2 of Draco Genesis, A Flight of Whimsy. Our characters have just gotten their mission from the King of the Celestian Hegemony, and they're off to find the Floating Isle.
All right, everybody. I'm Kitty Kimchi, and you can catch me on Twitter at she's Blasian, and you can also find me Vancouver by night in their changeling game, Toronto by day, Tales of the Rookery, where I'm playing your mischievous zookeeping puka.
JT?
Yep, that's me. I'm JT. You can find me around the internet at Sensomancer, and I am also in Star Trek tomorrow night, right here on Vorpal Tales, playing a Vulcan.
Awesome.
I can do that, so I can play Vulcan.
Cool. So finally, it's that time again, everyone. Vote for who your favorite player was tonight. Also, until the end of the show reel, viewers can vote for their favorite cast. Votes for players will earn you extra momentum for next week. So, starting off, Patty, who's your favorite?
I'm gonna have to go with our brand new player. Shit, what is it? Damn, I can't remember. But Kitty Kimchi, I'm gonna have to give it to her for just the little I like purple. I have a grenade. Here's a mint julep. Yeah, that's all my character needs in his life.
Nice. Kitty Kimchi, who's your favorite?
I'm gonna have to go with Bo. He kept me in stitches this whole time.
Nice. JT, who's your favorite?
Also Bo.
Bo? Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Jane?
I got it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm also gonna have to give it to Bo for I don't like her.
Nice.
I gotta give it to Bo as well, just for fucking flattening the mountain or the valley, just blowing off the cliff face and saving our butts there.
Nice.
Because I didn't have
Only
enough
on
ammo.
purpose.
Only
Totally
on purpose. Exactly. Excellent. So awesome being excellent to each other, players. Well, Snurker Sacks, you don't have to go home, but you can't keep playing this game tonight. Watch our Vorpal Tales crew next Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Everybody, 8 p.m. for more World War II mythos weirdness. And check out all our other shows. Same Vorpal Time, same Vorpal Tales stream channel. Remember to buy war bonds like you're smashing that like and subscribe. And for the love of the dice, game on.
Bye-bye.